Gentlemen! Yeah! This is the place where the lights go bright, the hits go hard, and the calls go legendary! Top shelf play-by-play, every shot, every hit, every home run blast, NHL intensity, MLB madness, hockey battles in the crease, baseball bombs into the night sky. We don't watch the game, we live it. From overtime heartbreak to walk-off chaos, from glove saves to tape snipes. This is the Samwelb12 Experience. Samwelb12. Samwelb12. The loudest reactions, the biggest moments, the best play-by-play on YouTube. No limits,
You're watching
no
Samwelb12.
breaks, all gas, all sports, play-by-play. Pure energy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watching Samwelb12.
Samwelb12.
Welcome to Game 3 live from the Coca-Cola Coliseum here in Toronto, where it was pouring rain about an hour or so ago, and it now is sunny and the wind is out and it's cooled down, and we're ready to heat it up as the Marlies are looking to take a 3-0 lead against the Chicago Wolves. Welcome in, one and all. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb12 Experience, where we don't watch the games, we live it, and you're here to watch along with us. AK, thanks for jumping in, hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the party, and there it is, Onyx. A big happy birthday to the one and only Lala. Happy birthday, Lala. Hope you're having a great day. It's a happy birthday celebration all night long. What's up, Lala? Welcome in. Here come all the birthday messages. Martin, how's it going? Sally, welcome in. Mr. Ben, what's shaking? Hey there, Onyx. Good to see you. Terry in the house. AJ's dad is here. What's up? Welcome in. Dallas, what's shaking? Hey there, Billy. Good to see you. James, what's up? BD Gaines. Good to see you as well. Let me keep scrolling back here. Welcome in Guy and Adam and Aramoon and everybody. Welcome in. Hey there, Mark from Oshawa. How's it going? Eleanor, what's up? Schneid's in the house. Good to see everybody here. The birthday celebrations are starting for Lala. It is awesome. Ronnie, what's up? Hey there, Jason. How's it going? Welcome in, everybody. So a big game tonight. Big game. We had a big game the other night. The Carolina Hurricanes. What? Has anybody seen Mitch Marner? Has anybody seen Mitch Marner? We still haven't seen him. But we have so much to talk about here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the Canes, about the Marner situation, because, man, it just keeps getting dark. And we got to talk about that. We got to talk about the big Leaf trade that went down tonight. Some people are saying it's not so big. I think it's a good trade. We're going to talk about that. Of course, Ross Colton also just getting traded to the Nashville Predators. So there's lots of action going on. And, of course, big news from Rogers World and their partnership with CBC and Hockey Night in Canada. We're going to talk about that as well. There's so much on the schedule here tonight to get to, but it's all about them Marlies here today. It's all about the Marlies going to try to put that stranglehold, to put that chokehold on the Chicago Wolves. So it is a big, big game tonight, a huge game. Of course, the Marlies able to get it done in overtime. The last game, I mean, they were just so darn good. The Toronto Marlies defeated Chicago 5-4 in overtime to take a 2-0 series lead, which was amazing. This was Toronto's third overtime game and third overtime win of the season. Logan Shaw getting that goal, and it was absolutely incredible. Akhtiamov was amazing, absolutely stellar. The Marlies are 5-4-0 at home this postseason. They've outscored their opponents 31-24, so that looks pretty good. My man, Vinny Lettieri, leading all Marlies at home in points with 10, and he's tied with Shaw in goals with 5. Willem Villeneuve leads in assists with 7. Little Nylander, Alex Nylander, had a penalty shot, which was pretty awesome. A sweet move, and it was actually a parallel from what we saw Big Willie do when he had a penalty shot previously. It was amazing. So Shaw getting the job done. Another game-winning goal, his 3rd game-winning goal of the postseason, which was absolutely incredible. Akhtiamov now is 13-6 this postseason with a 221 goals against and a 924 save percentage. And could part of this trade of Joseph Woll leaving Toronto make room for Akhtiamov or potentially Dennis Hildeby to move up to the big club? We're going to talk about that a little bit later on here tonight as well. But the Wolves are no slouches. They're going to come out looking real strong here today. Hey, what's up, Len? How's it going? Ronnie, what's going on? And yes, we got the Blue Jays on as well. The Blue Jays right now 0-0 against Boston. Boston has a couple on, so we'll be watching the Blue Jays as well to keep you up to date with those scores. So much going on here today. Streams it live, a cover. Yeah, you got it right, Sally. Thank you so much, Sally. Sorry, Mark, I didn't see the question there. Big one here for the Marlies. Let's see if they can get it down. Of course, we've seen some great leaders, some great players putting up some great numbers as they're going through the anthems right now. This game is going to start momentarily. If you're a Chicago Wolves fan, you already know you got to watch out for Nadeau. Nadeau has been great. Robidas has been wild. Grew and Shaw have been great for Toronto. Tvorberg has been playing well. Akhtiamov, of course, he's been absolutely lighting it up. But the man who has very quickly become one of my favorites to watch here from Chicago Wolves, that is number 4, Valimaki. Valimaki has been all over the place. He had 2 goals in the 3rd to tie it up, and then Marlies took the lead, and he tied it up again. Valimaki is somebody to watch. He has been very impressive over the couple of games we've been streaming here so far. So we will continue to watch his play. But the Marlies got to lock in tight. They got to be ready to rock and rock well. Oh boy. All right. The happy birthday still rolling in for Lala. That is awesome. Now, as you are rolling in, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. It's super important. It helps out the stream so very much. So hit that like button to get things going. If you're not already subbed up with us, hit that subscribe. If you are subbed up with us, thank you very much for supporting the channel. And man, I got to tell you just at a quick moment before we go on, for all of you out there on your social media feeds, if you have not seen clips of Rush is going back on tour. They got a new drummer. Of course, Neil Peart passing away. If you have not seen the clips of this new drummer playing with Rush on tour, she is incredible. Rush is still killing it. Fortunately, you can't get tickets. They're playing at Scotiabank Arena. It's like sold out, and the few singles that are available are like crazy expensive. But man, you got to check it out. Rush is looking good. Holy smokes. All right, let's set. Serious question. Burgers or dogs? Onyx, I'm a burger guy. I don't mind a good dog once in a while, but burgers all day long. Donna, how's it going? Welcome in, Bart. Anita Niles, yes, she's insanely talented. Insanely talented. So good. Hey, Irene, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, they're finishing up the anthems. The light is going to come on, and then, oh boy, it's going to be game time here tonight. We're expecting Caden Premu to get the start again for the Wolves, and Akhtiamov, of course, for the Marlies. It is a packed house, an absolute packed house here. Tickets were extremely affordable, like $70 in the first couple rows, and it dropped down to like 60 or 50 bucks. Absolutely crazy. Mackenzie, welcome in. A jug full of homemade iced tea. Got the iced tea going on. Sweet. All right, Nadeau, Suzuki, Robida, Victor, Nucha, Philip. Oh, they went too fast. I couldn't read the names that fast. They were putting up the lines, and I couldn't read them that quick. Caden Premu is back in net for the Wolves. Ow, I'm not going to howl. But there it's set to go. Never watched any of these games. Only here to listen to you while I paint. Nice. Still hit the like. Thank you so much, James. These games are awesome. What's up, Darren? How's it going? Welcome in. Akhtiamov, he is going to be absolutely stellar. Let's bring up the screen. Let's get ourselves ready to rock as this game is about to drop the puck and get it going. Center ice, 3, 2, 1. The puck is dropped, and here we go. The Marlies and the Blues tonight going to take first possession, and we are officially underway. This is going to be played down all the way around, chasing in here after it. A little bit of a reverse hit, trying to come up with the puck. Marlies left it behind, and this is now played ahead. Here come the Wolves in the white jerseys tonight. Going to flip this one down around in the corner. Rafai going to give it over to Danford. Danford bringing it back behind Akhtiamov, trying to go back to Rafai, gave it away for a minute, bobbles it in the corner, and Danford going to play it up. Here's a little flip pass all the way down. It's going to roll right towards Primu. Chicago going to pick this one up, and spinning away from the hit is Seeley. Seeley going to work this one up. Here come the Wolves, a little flip pass down the ice, going into the corner, a little stop there. Toronto taking it away. Right now, they're just skating laps around the ice. Nice little dangle. Here come the Marlies over the center ice line over to Benning. Benning going to flip it in the corner for Grew. Grew going in here, has Shaw there to help him out. Shaw's going to reverse it back to the point. Here's a long shot. It's knocked down. Picking it up, and we got a whistle. Hand pass as Thron was going to start to work this one in. Hand pass is going to be called. Hey, Harold, how's it going? Saw him at the Gardens when I worked there in the early 70s. Worked with Pops. Oh, very, very cool. Man, the Gardens was where it's at. I loved the Gardens. Gardens were one of my favorite buildings. Such personality. Echo in the hallways there. All right, about a minute 7 gone in the first period. Good pace. Off the draw, Chicago going to win this one back. Now, Chicago in the last game was very good in the face-off circle. We'll see if that trend continues here today as they're going to ice the puck. So this is going to come all the way back as Villeneuve is there to get it. Rafai and Danford have played very well together. They've been a lot of fun to watch in the first couple of games. And I got to tell you, Cedric Pare has been impressive as well. Now, some of you may say, who is Cedric Pare? Well, you may know him from the Leafs preseason game with his neon Patrick Laine, which knocked him out, and most Montreal fans wanted to get him. They had to escort him out of the building. Chicago going to bring this one up, trying to turn the corner. Akhtiamov is going to steer this one aside. It's going to be flipped up and down the ice. Marlies in the neutral zone, trying to work it over to Nylander. That one doesn't work. Villeneuve going to back up as Chicago brings it in over the line. Again, rolls on Akhtiamov, and he's going to hang on to it, and we're going to get another stoppage here. Now, Arter has been so great in these playoffs. It's making a lot of heads shake. I mean, a lot of heads looking his direction. He's not as small as Hildeby. He's about, 6'1", where Hildeby is about 6'9". No, he's like 6'8", 6'7". But he's been absolutely amazing. 23rd, Nylander has looked very good. He's looked very good at times. Now, he is playing third line, so take it for what you will. He's getting third line minutes. But he's been making the most of those minutes. Seen Rush just after. Oh, very cool, Martin. I've never seen Rush. Would love to see them. It doesn't look like I'm going to see him on this tournament either. Thank you, Jake. Welcome in. Trying to play this one around. Back behind. Marley's going back for it. Cowan going to sit here on the sideboards waiting for the pass to come to him. It does not. Chicago going to turn it over, and the Marlies Benning trying to hit Cowan. Cowan racing in, picking this one up with a quick shot. And a nice stop there. It's turned aside. Easton Cowan. Boy, wouldn't it be great for him to win a championship here with this Toronto team. Wolves a little give and go trying to break it out of their zone. Now the camera here at the Coca-Cola Coliseum feels like it's a little further away from the ice than it was in Chicago. It's a little bit of a different angle. Icing here against the Wolves. So this face-off going to come back down to the Chicago side. Hey, Eddie, how's it going? Welcome in. So Rush has a 4-piece. Bruce, that must have been awesome. Must have been real cool. But a good jump there by Cowan. Off the draw, Toronto going to turn. A little shot here by Vinny Lettieri, and that's going to go up and out of play. So we're going to drop this one again. Go Junior Leafs. I've got to be with you, Wolves. Love it, McKenzie. Easton Cowan retying his skates here on the bench. I'm like, whoa, well, hope he seemed like in distress, but he's just bent over tying him. Here we go, Logan Shaw against Skylar Brindamore. Face off here in the Chicago zone. Skylar Brindamore, proud of his pop-off for winning the Stanley Cup. Off the draw, taken away. Here comes Chicago. They're going to break this one out. Brindamore going to bring it up, dropping it at the point. Long shot. Deflection wasn't there. Going to go down around in the corner. Marlies going to get it out. Chicago going to bring it right back in. Puck is bobbling around. It's taken away. Playing up to Shaw. They're going to flip it across. Here comes Toronto with speed into the zone. Grew has it. 2-on-1 shaping up. Grew shoots. Just misses on the far side. This is going to come all the way back. Here they come again. Another slot pass, and this shot is broken up. That one doesn't work. Shots right now 2-1 for Chicago. Marlies bringing it around their own zone, around the goaltender. Going to flip it all the way down. Rolling up here is Sim, trying to force a turnover. It's onside. Coming right up the middle. A shot by Danford. That's blocked. Loose puck, Rafai to Danford. Danford, pocket pick. Chicago trying to split between Danford and Rafai. They drop it back. 3-on-2 in the slot with a shot. Oh, great save by Artur Akhtiamov. Kicks the right pad out. That was outstanding. Going to bring this one back up the middle. Chicago to the point. Spinning around. Nice move there by Nystrom. Feeding it in front. This one is picked up by Toronto. And the Marlies going to airlift it out to the neutral zone. Takes a funny hop and comes all the way down the ice. Nystrom is back to pick it up. Spinning away from the Marley attacker. They're going to work this quickly into the Marley zone. And Thrun is there to pick this one up. They're going to pass it to Hames. Hames couldn't handle the pass. He goes back to pick it up. And it goes around behind the net. Chicago on the far side of the ice, trying to work it to the middle. That pass didn't work. They do pick it up along the far boards. Shake and bake as they flip it over to Philp. And now the Marlies take it away. Toronto going to flip it down in the corner. Here comes that forecheck, the dump, and now the chase. Chicago hammering it around the boards, going to pick it up on the other side. Cross-ice pass in Chicago into the Toronto zone. Stop there just inside. Valimaki across for the one-timer. And that one is a swing and a miss. Here they come again. Valimaki with a shot. That one is stopped and goes wide. Philp going to pass this back to the point. It's going to hop over the stick of the Chicago player. And they're just going to dump this in the Leaf zone. In the Marlies zone. And they're going to go change it up and get it going. Down the ice. Little back and forth through the neutral zone right now, and Chicago again dumping it in. Akhtiamov leaving it there on the side of the net. Forecheck for the Wolves coming in, taking it away, playing it behind. Now we're right in the slot with a shot. Good save. Rebound is there. Akhtiamov tracking, and this is put aside by Cowan. He's going to flip it back to the front of the net. Oh boy, good chance there for Chicago. Busting in, drop pass for Cowan. That one wasn't anywhere near him. And here's Robidoux. Robidoux going to move it across. Return feed, and the Wolves going to dump this one in the corner. Henry Thrun is going to run back. His outlet pass didn't work. Marley's going to try again over on the near side. Around the boards. Chicago getting up there very quickly as Bo Grew under some pressure. He gives it away in the slot with a shot. Good stop by Akhtiamov, but it was right there. Oh, my goodness. He should be BD Gaines. I expect a little bit more. Here's Lettieri coming in. But it's an offside call. I certainly would have expected Cowan to be at a little higher pace, a little better at this level. But they've got it going right now. They've got some chemistry, and whatever they're doing is working. And they're going to take a commercial break as Chicago, with a couple of chances there to put this one through. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, well, we have a commercial break. Let's take a look. Still no score in the Jays game. We'll have the Jays tomorrow for you, by the way. We'll have the Blue Jays tomorrow. Let's see. CB, what's going on? I was lucky enough to see Rush live in the early 80s. Good to see they were touring again. Thanks for the stream. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So, Jake, yeah, let's talk about that Leaf trade. Pick up a third-round pick. Samuel Ersson, the goaltender, and Emile Andre. And in return, Toronto gives up Joseph Wall and Simon Benoit. Now, I was a big fan of Benoit. I liked him, but listen, to be honest, he's playing third pair minutes. Benoit was playing not all that much. Joseph Wall is a little bit of a loss, and a lot of people are saying, how was the value so small for Joseph Wall? Well, I'll tell you, Joseph Wall, very injury prone, did not have a great last year. And if you watch the Worlds, Joseph Wall was not good. So that really hurt his value. And I would be willing to bet they were kind of putting feelers out for both Stellars and Wall, and they felt this was the best deal they could get. So I'm okay with it. Now, Samuel Ersson, who is going to come in here as another goaltender, he had a 2-year contract, right? And so I don't think he is going to be playing, right? Ersson right now is a restricted free agent. So they may just let him walk. All right, let's continue this talk in the next break. So they're back from commercial off the draw. Chicago winning it back. Marlies going to steal, going to bring this one into the zone, trying to cycle around, open for a shot. Oh, and a terrible shot just rolling off the stick of Johnstone. Here's another shot. This one is going to go high. Wolves going to flip this one out and all the way down the ice. Rafai is going to race back for it. No, Torts will definitely not be the next Leafs coach. I'm fairly certain of that. That would be a disaster. This is going to be played around down in the corner. Trying to bring it out in front. Pizzetta trying to center it in the slot. That didn't work. This is going to come all the way down. Racing back. Toronto is there. On the move is Dakota Mermis. Mermis hit a skate on the pass. Second attempt. Going to come to the middle of the ice. Here come those Marlies coming through. Tripped up. They go down. No. Yes, we got an arm up. It's going to be a Chicago penalty. And the Marlies to the power play. Marlies to the power play. Wow, this widget is really slow here tonight. So yeah, no chance. I would be absolutely shocked if they brought Torts in. Don't believe that is going to be the case. And we called it, right? We were talking over the last couple of days, actually for like the last month. Everyone asking me about the whole Cassidy situation. And Bruce, that's what I've been saying for like a month, right? I actually had Torts retiring and they would bring Cassidy back. So I was not shocked at all when that announcement came out. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if they hired Cassidy back, because that's what we've been talking about for like a month. All right, Marlies on the power play here. Let's see what they could do. The Maple Leafs are still talking with, was it Pavelski? Really like him. He seems to be going on. I'm hoping that the Marlies coach, John Gruden, is in on that conversation. I've been saying he would be my pick. I love what he's done with this team, and I think he would be great. So the Marlies on the power play are about 21.5%. Here's Cowan playing it back to Villeneuve at the point. His shot was partially blocked. Marlies, Lettieri, he couldn't play it around. It comes out of the zone. Everybody has to tag up now. Hey, Thomas, welcome in. Marlies going to bring this one in. Cowan along the boards, and he plays it back to Villeneuve. It's out of the zone. And again, they all have to come out and tag up. 30 seconds gone. Villeneuve is going to turn and drop this one back. Marlies crossing the red line, bringing it in over the blue line. Cowan, spinorama, going to play this one back to the point. Over to Logan Shaw. Shaw's going to play this up top. Villeneuve, he's going to flip it over to Cowan. Cowan looking down low, dishes it off, and him and Grew switch up. The pass was a little high, tipped up, and it's going to be knocked down, and we're going to get another whistle here. So right now, this power play seems to be a little disjointed. Not much connecting, not much working well for them. So they're going to come out and fix this one up. 1:08 to go on the Toronto power play. You know, with Cowan and Grew, you know, those two, they played so well together in the several games for the Maple Leafs. I would expect some good chemistry when those two are on the ice together. Chicago winning another draw. I'm going to send this one all the way down the ice. They're going to set it up behind their netminder. Going to start to move it ahead. Here they come. Marlies flipping it in the corner. Nylander stopping by the half boards over on the near side. 3 Marlies go down and dig it out. Big battle behind the net here. Chicago comes away with it. Hames can't get there. Tries to cut it off. And again, Chicago putting it past him. Here come the Wolves. 2-on-1. Nylander getting back to make it a 2-on-2. Good little stick lift there as, boy, oh boy, they were coming up. Here comes Toronto over the line. Going to drop it. Forsberg trying to go cross ice. That one didn't work, and Chicago gets it out again. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Marlies bring it over, hit a skate at the line. They're going to now dump this one in. The goaltender Primu is going to play it off the glass and all the way down. Oh, boy. Akhtiamov plays this one all the way up to Nylander. Nylander bringing it in, tries to center it. Chicago is just blocking everything right now. They are blocking absolutely every pass attempt. Well, that's going to do it. Power play has expired. Philip is back on the ice, and Chicago taking it away. It's in the feet of Thrun, and he's going to play this one up. A little bump there as Pare trying to bring it in. He cannot. Comes back to the Toronto defense. They're going to turn. Pass gets knocked down. Pare again trying to settle it. He cannot. And Chicago picking it up and bringing it in the zone. Felt putting it in deep. Here comes Chicago. Nuchev is in there. Toronto taking it away. They're going to bounce it out. They're on the move with speed over the line. Oh, they lost the handle right at the blue line, and they come on offside. Johnstone just coming in offside. Oh, my goodness. Got to be a little more focused, Marlies. A little more focused. 10:23 to go here in period number 1. Nothing much doing. Nothing much doing at all. Ooh, and I just realized there, that has the wrong. Why is it doing that? Let's fix that, shall we? Let's fix that. There we go. That's better. This coming down. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in. Rubbin is racing. What's going on? Welcome in. This is going to be moved across over the line, all the way down and in, and that's going to come to Akhtiamov. He's going to hang on to it. And we got a little pushing and shoving after the whistle here. Because, whoops, what wouldn't be some AHL hockey without a little pushing and shoving? Is Rybikin is getting in there. Going to put the bucket back on. Nothing much. Referee's going to separate everybody here. A lot of chirping. Vierling really getting in there. Rybikin also mixing it up. Trying to set a little bit of a pace here, set a little bit of a tone. Chicago needs to kind of find their groove here. Hey, Courtney, how's it going? I subscribed to ask you for scoreboard. Well, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Hey, Gazarian, welcome in. Go Marlies, go Jays. We'll have the Blue Jays versus Boston coming up tomorrow. We'll be covering that one for you. Off the draw, Chicago has it, bringing this one in the corner. Marley's trying to dig to pull this one across. Here's a quick shot that's going to be steered aside. Chicago still working through. Really good puck possession by Chicago. When they get set up in the offensive zone, they do well. Marley's going to get this one out, playing it down the ice. Knocked down here by Lettieri, trying to bring it in a backhand pass to nobody. Picked up over here on the far side. Trying to bobble it. Chicago turning it over. Marlies now going to start to move up. They can't find Cowan. Now they do. Going to go across to the other side. They dump it in. Here comes the chase. Ryan Tvorberg going in after it. Leaving it here for Cowan. Cowan pumping it behind the net. Trying to get it over there for Jacob Quillen. And we haven't really seen a lot of Jacob Quillen. He hasn't really been doing much. Here's a quick shot into the glove of Akhtiamov again with a glorious glove save. He's been stellar. He's been very, very good, Akhtiamov, with that glove. All right, they're going to go to commercial break again so we can finish that conversation. Or are they? Maybe they're not. Are they? Yes, they are. All right, so let's finish that conversation. A lot of people asking about the trade. So Emil Ersin, he is a restricted free agent. He's 26 years of age. He previously was on a two-way contract, so he is a restricted free agent. So Toronto can decide to offer him a qualifying deal and sign him, or they can just cut him loose and let him go. So that's what they have to decide about the goaltender, Samuel Ersin. For Emil Andre, he had an entry-level contract, which just ended. So he had an entry-level contract So he is also an RFA, restricted free agent. So both of them are restricted. Now, Emile Andre is 24 years of age. So, yeah, Bruce, it was definitely about clearing up some cap space, but you get two young prospects, two young players who will probably end up starting the season. My guess is they will sign them again to two-way contracts for 2 years, and they'll end up playing in the Marlies. So what does that mean? It means there's a great opportunity for either Akhtiamov or Hildeby to come up and back up Anthony Stolarz and play in a tandem situation. It also means there's an opportunity on defense. Right before, our defense was full. Now we have at least one spot depending on what's happening. We know they've asked Morgan Riley or been talking to Morgan Riley to waive his no move clause, and it's being reported that at this time Morgan Riley would not agree to waive it, or at least it hasn't happened yet. So we can't count on that. So there is a potential spot. We obviously hope that Chris Tanev is going to be able to play this year. Where does that spot go? Does it go to Stetcher? Does it go to Myers? Does it go? Do they re-sign Stetcher, I should say? So there's going to be a lot of flexibility there. Rubbin is Racing coming in. Happy Tuesday. Here's to the Perrier and Cola Fund. Rubbin is Racing. I appreciate that. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Jamie, what's going on? Welcome in. This coming around down in the corner. Cowan bringing this one back around behind the Marley net. He was flushed out of the pocket. Plays this one up. Chicago keeping it in at the line. Here come the Wolves. Valimaki shooting. Good stop there again. Akhtiamov taking this one up high on the shoulder. Hey, James, welcome in. Good to see you. That's coming all the way down. Chicago again, going to start to be on the move. Ian, hello. Good to see you, Ian. Welcome in. It is my absolute pleasure. Valimaki playing this one up. Marlies trying to work it. Rafai behind the net. Shots are 10-3 Chicago. So when we say Chicago is going to come out big today, they have 10-3. They lead in the shots. 7:35 to go here in the first period. Chicago setting it up behind their own net. Hanging on here is Fensor. Fensor looking to move. Hey, there's some empty seats behind the net there, where those people are getting some food. Now Chicago is going to move, bouncing it off the boards. This coming up. Marley's picking up that loose puck, and they're going to play it off the boards right back. Trying to get it out. Valimaki, did he get it out? No, it's right back in. Coming over is Rafai, high off the window, off the glass. Now here comes Johnson playing it ahead, and the Marlies on the move. A little bump off the puck coming around, throwing a hit of their own in the corner. Marlies getting physical, holding it in at the line. Trying to play it up. Weak pass. Got to be stronger on the puck, boys. Over to Benning. Benning up the middle, tipped in. Marley's going to race in here after it. They go to the wrong side. It's cut off here by Chicago. Lala coming in for the Gator Fund. For the Gatorade Fund, Lala, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Hey, Brandon, thanks for the follow. Drop some hockey sticks in the chat as a way of saying thank you to the super chats. Here's a long outlet pass. This is going to be flipped down to the corner again on Akhtiamov. Villeneuve back to rotate it around. Chicago there first. Chicago's winning all the little puck battles right now. But this one is going to be up high and at a play. They're winning all the little puck battles right now, and that's something Toronto needs to do a better job of getting in this game. They played so good on the road. They're struggling here now. You have a phenomenal voice. Your day job. No, not a radio guy at all. I sit at a computer all day. Courtney. I would love to do this. I would love to call more hockey. Hey, Marlies, if you need a radio guy, give me a holla, holla, holla. All right, this is going to be played back in. Shots are now 11-3 for Chicago. This down around. Marley's getting pressed up on. Shaw spinning it around, trying to keep it in here on the far side, over skating it. And again, Chicago going to get this one out. No icing. No icing. Villeneuve is back to pick it up, going to spin it around. Picked up here by Shaw. Shaw taking a beat. He's going to spin around. Shaw's in trouble. He's being forced back. Nobody was coming to help him. This does come out. Chicago brought it in offside, so they got to tag up. Shaw points back. He says, don't pass to me. I'm going off. Marlies through the red line. They're going to flip this off the glass and into the corner. Lettieri is going in after. It goes for a hit. Missed his man, but rattled the boards pretty good. Chicago flipping it out. Benning turning it right back. A little bounce pass. Here comes Cowan. Cowan coming in, trying to dance through and has his pocket picked. Quinlan in there as well, trying to back him up. But Chicago with this puck, they're going to move it ahead. Akhtiamov going to play it at the side of the net along the half boards. Again, Chicago keeping this one in, working it through. What's up, Darren? Over at the side, the Wolves coming right in front, and they fin on the shot. Oh, just got him for a little double tap as Valimaki just fluffed on that shot. He was wide open. Here come the Wolves again, dancing over the line. Toronto going to take this one away. Playing it ahead. Breakaway. Twerberg, he's caught and taken down. And no call. Wow, no call. Here comes Toronto again, trying to come up the middle. Twerberg was trying to break free, and I think he tried a little too hard to draw a penalty. Shot and a big rebound. Back to the point for Danford. Danford going to play this one down in the corner. You want an Nylander goal? This coming all the way down. No icing call. Marshall Rafai going to turn around. 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Elijah, a whole lot of people. This playing down around in the corner. Trying to send it around. Spinning through is Nylander. Nylander putting it in the corner for Pare. Coming right out in front of the slot. Nobody is there. What's up, Jordan? Here comes the Wolves back the other way. Flipping it in the corner. Taking a little bit of a hit. Murma's coming back. Over to Nylander again. Nylander going to try to move this across. Made Alex Nylander in my 85. Nice, 23rd. That's awesome. There's a little bit of a bump. Back over the other side. Toronto just pinned in their own zone right now. Back to the point. Doesn't come out. Chicago working it up. Sorum across with a shot. Akhtiamov sliding over. That one goes wide. And Toronto again can't get it out. Nylander, you got to move the puck harder. Back to the point again. Chicago cross ice for another one-timer. That one goes wide too, just off the boards. Another shot. That one is blocked. Sitting here in the corner, picked up. They're going to move this one across now. Marlies are really trapped. Some bad passing. Nylander a back pass, and again he can't get it out. And now the pass hits the skate, and it's going to come out, and they're going to run over to the bench and try and get some fresh legs on. Chicago dumping it in. Murmas steps back behind the net. He's going to try and play this across. Let's go, boys. Holy, Johnson coming in the corner. He's going to give it over to Pizzetta. Pizzetta trying to get it back over to him. Doesn't work. Sim is there. It's held in by Rafai at the line. And now it's knocked out, and he's going to send it right back in. Marlies tag up. Johnson coming in. Pizzetta slips up on that blue line. Be careful, Pizza. Ice is slippy. 19 years ago. Lala, you're just behind me. This is going to be played up back around. Hey, Derek, how's it going? Going to move this across over the line. Here's Sim. Going to drop this one back. Here's another shot. That's deflected out of play. Yeah, Derek, I'm with you. I'm so sick and tired of seeing all of these hockey creators and hockey people trying to get clicks by putting Matthew Nyes' face on all their trade posts. I saw one earlier today, and then this person said that they were going to trade Matthew Nyes to Chicago, and as part of the return was going to be, what's his face? Now, I've blocked his name out of my mind because I'm so angry with him. Bertuzzi. Part of the return for Matthew Nyes from Chicago would be Bertuzzi. Why the heck would Toronto want Bertuzzi back? He was a complete disaster when he was here the first time around. He was god-awful. Why would they trade Nyes for a deal for Bertuzzi? That makes zero sense. Use your bat phone to send the Marlies fans a message and tell them to pick up the game. Oz, I might have to. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand if you're trading for, like, Connor Bedard, you can trade Matthew Nyes for Connor Bedard. Yeah, okay, that one I would do. But Chicago's not doing that. I mean, come on. Like, some of these trades out there that these people who have big followings are listening to, such a disaster. What I would say this time of year is don't listen to anybody. Trust your instincts. Jordan, thank you for the oldies. I wouldn't listen to anybody this time of year. I would just wait and see what comes out because, truth be told, nobody knows. Oh, Letterkenny's the best. Letterkenny is the best. Jamie, I can't say that, though. Shorzy, one of my favorites. All righty, let's get back up here, back from commercial break. Face off, coming ahead. Marlies, you got to step it up. Off the draw, they're going to win this one. Back to Villeneuve at the point. Villeneuve is going to play it around. Marlies just letting it dangle there as Grew didn't get a big pass. Back around Villeneuve. He's going to turn over to Grew. Grew going to move it ahead. 1:40 to go here in period number 1. Game 3, Marlies and Wolves. And right now it's been all Wolves in this first period. Shots are 12-5. Marlies going to turn. A long outlet pass is tipped in. It's going to be no icing called. Chicago going to grab it, skating away from Shaw, working it up. They're breaking, trying to bring it in. They don't hit that pass. They bring it in now, trying to go around Toronto. Marlies steal it away, getting it back up to Shaw. Shaw with a dangle. He's cutting through. That's interference all day, ref. What you doing? What you doing? Grew put it around, and as he was going for the puck, the Chicago guy reached around and kind of hold him over. No call by the officials. Wow. Last minute of play here in this period. What a mess of a call.
Last minute of play in this period.
Here's Forsberg cutting in, and he gets taken down in the corner. Cowan trying to knock it around. Chicago going to play this one up the middle. Let's go. Valimaki in the corner, stops, turns away. Quinlan trying to fight for this puck. Marley's going to play it up. Cowan, 30 seconds to go. Benning back for Cowan, too far out of his reach. And here comes Chicago. 20 seconds to go. First period. On the move. They turn it over. Toronto get out of the zone. We lost a stick, and we're going to get a tripping call now. Tripping call against the Marlies. Wow. So the interference, all the interference and the tripping Chicago is doing that goes uncalled, and they turn around and call this on the Marlies. Now, Hames swings his stick, and it kind of gets stepped on. And listen, it's a trip all day. You got to call that, but come on. You let so much go. That's just ugly. So 15.6 seconds left. That's right, Paul. Oh, boy. Marley's going to win this draw, going to bring it around. Shaw going to hammer it around the boards, and it's going to skip out. Nadeau trying to hold it there. He's taken down by Pare. Nadeau still comes away with it. Up the middle, long shot. And Akhtiamov going to make the save, and he's going to play that one as the horn is going to go. And period number 1 comes to an end. Holy smokes. Back and forth they go. No score. After 13 shots for Chicago. 5 shots for the Marlies. That is it. That is it. Not enough. Not enough. Got to shoot that puck, right? Have to shoot that puck. All right, let's bring this up here. So for the Marlies, 1 shot from Mermis, 1 shot from Danford, 1 from Cowan, Lettieri, and Alex Nylander. For the Wolves, already 2 for Valimaki, 3 for Seeley, 2 for Pavelchev, 1 for Slavin. Yes, that is Jacob Slavin's brother. 1 for Nadeau, 1 for Robidas. So they are shooting the puck a lot right now. But both goaltenders making some saves. Nobody's been overly tested in a big way. Good news also, Marlies is still in the game. That is correct. All right, let's talk about a lot of the big news going on in the day. We've been talking about this Toronto Maple Leaf trade, sending Joseph Woll to Philadelphia, creating some cap space. I like it. Obviously, Sundin and Chayka feel they need to very quickly make some big moves. Very quickly, they need to change up what's happening here on this team. And that is exactly what they were doing. I would expect more to come. And with the draft not too far away, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Hey, dude, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Derek, I think that would be great, but right now Morgan Riley has not waived his no move clause, so that is going to be obviously a big important piece of the puzzle to see that happen. So other news today, it's a little bit of a sad day, and it's a little bit of mixed emotion. The Rogers and Sportsnet group announced there will be no more hockey on CBC. No more hockey on CBC. Now, if you're like me, you grew up watching Hockey Night in Canada on CBC Saturday nights, and they've decided they're changing kind of their sports kind of broadcasting coverage, and CBC will no longer be showing Maple Leaf games. Now, a lot of people, because CBC was free, you didn't have to pay extra for it, and a lot of folks used it to rely on the ability to watch some games. And it was like, what, 74 or 75 years, something like that. CBC has been showing Hockey Night in Canada. So it is the end of an era. That is for sure. And yeah, Henry, it is sad. It is sad. Now, you can say what you want about CBC. That network has gone downhill in a big way for a number of reasons. But Hockey Night in Canada was a staple. Now, I will say they did good work for their Olympic coverage, but the network is a shadow of what it once was, and it's very, very, very sad. All right, let me have a little drink here. Hey, Gerard, what's going on? Think the Leafs will get Trocheck from the Rangers. So that's an interesting deal. That's a very interesting deal. I like Trocheck. I like Trocheck when he was on the Panthers. I like him a lot. Now he is starting to get up there. He's no spring chicken. And that would be my only fear is Trocheck a little too old? Do we really want to be going and bringing some of those older guys over? But I like Trocheck a lot. It depends what it would take to get him. Would I move a big piece for him? No. But if I could get rid of something small, I would have no problem bringing him in. Like I said, I like him a lot. He's a gritty type player. Doesn't have the same touch he used to, but I like him. So yeah, we had the Leaf trade. We have the CBC news. Very sad day with some of these things, but we do have, of course, the draft coming up, which is going to be a good day for Leaf fans. Leafs are going to get young. Yeah, Joe, they're going to get young, and I think that's another good reason why Gruden, the coach of the Marlies, would potentially be a great pick to coach the Maple Leafs as they are getting younger. Why not have somebody who's used to coaching a lot of these younger players? So just kind of my thought. I would like to see that take place. But obviously we don't know. There's, I'm sure, more to it than that. We had another trade earlier today. Ross Colton was traded from the Avs to the Predators. Now, Ross Colton, we've seen him bounce around a little bit. He was a pretty good player, and I thought he played well with Colorado. Heck, I had him in my hockey pool, but he was traded to the Nashville Predators. So great pickup. Predators also receive goalie Isaac Posh in exchange for goalie Magnus Chirona and a third-round pick in this upcoming year. So very nice pickup, Nashville. I think you'll be happy with Ross Colton. I like him a lot. He has already coached half the Leafs. Exactly, Bruce, right? Exactly. I think to me it would just be a great pickup. It's definitely a young man's game now. A few vets. A few. Just a few. That is that's for sure. But I think it would be a nice pickup. I mean, obviously he's proving he has a winning pedigree. He knows what he's doing. I think that would be it would be super cool. It would be very, very cool. All right. Marlies in Chicago. Let's break this one down. It's been a back and forth kind of first period, but very, very sloppy, if you will. I think Chicago has had the better attempts, the better shot attempts. They've been really kind of moving all over the place. I like the what Chicago is bringing. They're getting shots, not high quality shots, but they're throwing pucks to the net, so they are getting big opportunities, looking for rebounds. One of the things with Aktyamov that we've talked about is he has a little bit of when he gives up rebounds, he tends to sprawl in like any goaltender. His recovery can be a little problematic. And so right now, that's what Chicago is doing. They're looking to get shots. They're looking for rebounds. Hey, Marion, how's it going? More end of an era, an end of a piece of a Canadian culture. That's valid. That is very, very valid. Very valid. And it makes you wonder what is going to be going on with that network. Hey, Jared, welcome in. Because it is a funded network. So what do we think? What do we think is going to happen? Hopefully they'll. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I was thinking about Hockey Night in Canada making a Peter Puck comeback. Instead, they toss everything away. And Peter Puck was awesome. Peter Puck was so good. I mean, there's so many of us that watched the original Peter Puck, and of course the Peter Puck animated reboot, which was yikes, not so great. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good things they did. And really, not that I want to blame Rogers because they'll cut off my internet. Um, but ever since Rogers got involved, and a couple of years ago, they signed that massive, massive deal with the NHL, and they kind of pulled everything over to Sportsnet. And to me, hockey coverage in this country had gone downhill a lot. I didn't mind when it was more of a split between Sportsnet and TSN. I personally, I mean, Elliot Friedman is great. Him aside, I like the TSN panel much better. James Duthie, I think, is a great hockey host, but yeah, it's just they got to figure it out. TSN and Sportsnet might collaborate more like the Olympics. Yeah, Joe, and that's the way it used to be. And it wasn't a 50-50 split. Maybe it was, well, I don't even want to say a 60-40, but there was definitely a split there, and I think it was great. When they started doing that split and CBC kind of lost the rights, or Hockey Night in Canada lost the rights to the Hockey Night in Canada theme song, and TSN bought that and took it over, you knew that was kind of the beginning of things kind of turning around and going downhill. Hey, Diablo, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome. And hey, Daryl. Oh, I don't think so. I think he's great. Knows his stuff very, very well. Duthie, he's good. I like Duthie a lot. I think he's funny. Their coverage for the marathons, free agent frenzy and trade deadline day, those are long days, and they try to make it funny. Some of the jokes hit, some of them don't, most of them don't, but kudos to them. Those are long days to be doing it. Long days, but they're fun. So let's go and do this. Yeah, thanks, Jake. We appreciate that, but we don't promote other channels here. So if you want to go watch there, Jake, you're more than welcome. Holy smokes. For Halloween, you should dress up as Don Cherry. Onyx, I can't nearly find a suit like that. I can't nearly find a suit like that. Don Cherry had some of the greatest outfits we've ever seen. They were wild, they were crazy, but man, he was the absolute best. The absolute best. So pretty crazy. Got to go to Value Village. Yeah, I've heard there's some great finds. I couldn't pull it off. You need one of those high collared shirts too. Oh, but there will be no other like Don Cherry. Don Cherry was the absolute best. Last name sounds like Pavelski, not Pavelski. Yeah. It would be very interesting if they do hire him as a coach. It would be very interesting. PLO, I am doing great. Thank you so much. Go to an upholstery store. Right? Pretty much, Sally. Man, there were so many good Don Cherry moments. Hey, Max. Hey, you're very welcome, Max. And I don't know, I mean, for us, the Rock'em Sock'em series was a holiday staple, right? That was a holiday gift every year that would go around, and we'd all sit around watching kind of the recap of the highlights from the previous season. Just so good. So good. A lot of fun to watch. Hey, Eris, welcome in. Good to see to hire Cassidy or Carl. Yeah, I still am convinced Cassidy's going to go back to Vegas, especially with the announcement today that Torts will not be returning to Vegas. It would be cool to see Cassidy go back there. I'm pretty sure it was all a fixed situation. I thought Carly had already signed somewhere. I thought we heard that. Yeah, don't know, Diablo. We just Vegas Golden Knights put out a post earlier today saying that Torts will not be returning. That he will not be returning. I kind of thought he'd be retiring, but it sounds like he's just not going to move forward. You heard the Vegas AHL coach like, oh, interesting. Jamie, I don't think he left on his own decision. We don't really know. We don't really know. All we know, and I put it out on X today. So if you're on X, go check out my X account. I made the post. That sounds so wrong to be saying, but if you go to my X account, we did post it there earlier today, and let me just pull up the post here, and all it says is the Vegas Golden Knights. It was about 7 hours ago now. It said Vegas Golden Knights general manager Kelly McCrimmon has announced John Tortorella will not return to the team's coaching staff following the 2025-26 season. So I didn't go through and read the whole article, but if you're on X, go over to X and give us a follow over there. So yeah, interesting situation. Brought him in. I wonder, did something happen? We don't really know. Maybe it's because when he decided not to follow the media kind of rules, they lost their draft pick, that they kind of said, no, thank you. We're kind of done with you. It's an interesting situation there. That's for sure. I mean, I hope it's not a, not a serious situation, but it was just kind of weird the way that all kind of broke down and happened. All right, the other story I wanted to talk about here today at intermission, and a lot of people may feel the same, may feel differently, is in regards to Mitchell Marner. So Mitchell Marner, for the last 2 months, all throughout the playoffs, all we're hearing is, go Mitchie, go Mitchie, go Mitchie. Leaf fans must be crying. Leaf fans must be freaking out. Mitch Marner's the greatest player on earth. Mitch Marner, Mitch Marner, Mitch Marner. Now, granted, Mitch Marner had an unbelievable playoff run. Mitch Marner was spectacular in the first 2 rounds, and he had a big game in the final round. But the games that mattered, game 4, 5, and 6, he was a -5 and had 1 assist, completely disappeared, completely shut down and disappeared. So all I'm saying is Marner that we saw in Toronto is the same Marner we saw here. When he wasn't getting pushed on, when he wasn't getting hit, he could play. As soon as you put any pressure on him, as soon as he felt that pressure, he disappeared. The other thing I want to say about Marner is Marner in all of his interviews would kind of take backhanded jabs towards Toronto. And it was okay, because unless you really took it that way, you didn't really know what he was saying. And all of a sudden he said, if we win the Stanley Cup, I'm going to tell you about my dark days, right? Marner said, oh, my career was full of dark days, dark times. And when we win the cup, I'll tell you about all these dark times. Well, they lose, and the media kind of shielded him. You didn't see him in the handshake line. They cut away from him. You didn't see any post-game media interviews with Mitch Marner. Nowhere to be found. Well, finally, we got an interview with Mitch Marner. Now, Mitch Marner was asked about those dark days. And I have a feeling the answer he gave is very different than the answer he was planning on giving should they have won. Mitch wanted all the firepower in his corner to come out and trash Toronto. That's my feeling. But what happened is Mitch Marner turned it around. Mitch Marner said his dark days were due to mental illness. Now listen, we've talked on this channel before about how mental illness is a real thing. Mental illness is nothing to joke around about. It is a serious thing. And if you know anybody that suffers from any type of mental illness, please support them, help them, and ensure that they are safe, because mental illness is real and it's serious. But Mitch Marner coming out saying his dark times are due to his mental health. His mental health. He really, really suffered, and he loved his Toronto teammates because he could talk to them and he could help them. And he thanks his family for helping him through his dark days of mental health, and that he realized some days that playing hockey was tough. Playing hockey was hard, and it got to him mentally. You're making $11 million a year. You've played hockey your entire life. Yes, we know hockey is hard. And yes, we know mental health is a serious thing. But the way this whole story comes across, I kind of felt that Mitch, if they won, was going to say Toronto was the cause of his dark days. And instead, now hockey is hard, hockey is tough, I wasn't living up to expectations, yada, yada, yada. This whole turnaround for Mitch Marner seems staged. It seems like an excuse. It seems like a bunch of garbage. And if I'm wrong, I sincerely apologize. But seeing how Mitch Marner has been so full of himself and such an egomaniac, I just have a hard time hearing him say these words. To me, this is his excuse. And I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. To me, it seems like it's the trendy thing to bring up and talk about right now. And so he is. And if I'm wrong, and if Mitch Marner is suffering from a mental health issue, I hope you get the help you need. But that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm curious your thoughts. I'm curious if you heard that, if you feel the same way. Totally agree with your statement of honor, Sam. You second that motion. All right, here we go. Period number 2. I'm going to read your comments as this goes through. Let's go. Can't fault the guy for having it. Yeah, no, Len. If that is legit, I don't fault him at all. But it just seems way too convenient right now for that statement from him. Hey, Vaughn, how's it going? Why would we need to wait until they want to say that? Exactly, Vaughn. I think he was totally waiting to come out and say something else. Yeah, and a lot of players do. Here we go. Behind the net, Chicago going to try to bring this one out in front. Exactly, Bruce. Right, Diablo? Exactly. Like, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, George. Good to see you. Yeah, Lala, Diablo, not only did he have all year, he's had several years to talk about it. This coming out. I mean, how easy would have been. Oh, here's a breakaway. Toronto coming in. Sim with the backhand, or Johnston with the backhand. And it did not go. Good try for the Marlies here, coming right out the door in period number 2. And Johnston having a conversation with the referee here. I think his fault. Yeah, I agree, Diablo. And a lot of people have been saying that. Hey, Lala. Can I whack Onyx with the newspaper? Absolutely. You have my permission. Anyways, again, if Marner is truly suffering from mental health issues, we hope you get help. But yes, hockey is hard. You know this. You've played it your whole life. It's not an excuse to say hockey is hard, but also mental health is an excuse. If you're using it as an excuse, shame on you. Marner played hard for Toronto. I didn't want him to win in Vegas because everyone would bash the Leafs, hoping the Leafs' future. Let's let go of our past play. Absolutely, Philip. Absolutely well said. This is going to be played up and all the way down the ice. 20 seconds to go on the Chicago power play as this one is ending up. Oh, Jordan, who's going to score for the Marlies? I hope it's Lettieri. I'd love to see another Lettieri goal. He's leading everybody. Would love to see him get another one. Marlies going to play this one out. 7 seconds to go. Toronto going to tip it. Here's another breakaway. Marlies coming in, going into the glove. Oh, boy. Primo is stopping a couple breakaways today. Johnstone is flying out there. That's going to do it for the power play. Power play has expired. This is going to be played across. It's going to come out all the way down the ice. We saw somebody like James Reimer, not James Reimer, my goodness, Jack Campbell, who suffered from serious mental health. And, he had to go into player assistance. He had to get some help. It's a real thing. Jake wants Cowan to score. Yeah, Bruce, I would feel that way. I mean, sometimes you got to deal with things the right way and not always have your parents fight your battles for you. As much as we all love them too. Sometimes we have to pull up our big boy pants, right? This is going to be played down in the corner. Lettieri tried to stop it. Marley's going to back it up. Trying to work it around. Rob, what's going on? I'll give Marner the benefit of the doubt. I hope for his family and his sake he's getting it. Exactly, Rob. We seriously hope he is, if that is the case. Marley's going to play this one across. Over the line is Lettieri. He's going to feed this one in. Marley's trying to come through, trying to work through it. Cross ice pass. Here's a shot. It triples through. They score! Easton Cowan rips it, and it gets through Primu. And the Marlies are up 1-0. Cowboy getting it done. On the board, there you go. Jake, not me. It's Lala's birthday today. Happy birthday to Lala. Let's reset these shot totals to the second period. There it is, Lala. Happy birthday from the Cowboy, Easton Cowan. What a shot. Ryan, I think it's a good move. Frees up some salary. You get a couple of young prospects who will probably be qualified and signed to play in the Marlies next year. Hey, Cooper, how's it going? First 1 of 4. That's right. First 1 of 4. Best of 7 series. I'm a Cowboy, baby. Sweet deal. All right, I got to scroll back because there was another comment there I was in the middle of reading. We've heard mental health issues don't discriminate based. That's true. They do not, Diablo. They do not. Hey, Pickleball Pat, how's it going? That's my problem, Pickleball Pat. That's exactly my problem. Maybe Marlies should take another penalty and picks up their game. They certainly got it going. It was a nice shot by Cowan. And Primu had it. He got a part of it, and it just trickled through and rolled back to that post. It was an absolute doozy. James, oh yes, the Blue Jays. Blue Jays were up 1-0. Still 1-0 Blue Jays. End of the 4th. We will have the Blue Jays and Red Sox live tomorrow, starting at 6:45 tomorrow. Jamie, how's it going? Marley's gonna do it. This across. We're very injury prone. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. That's gonna move. Here comes Chicago. Chicago trying to get back over the line, down into the corner. Leafs have 2 goalies in the AHL ready to make. Yeah, that's for sure. And the question is, will it be Hildeby or Akhtiamov? Because, boy, Akhtiamov certainly would be worth giving a shot. I guess it'll see whoever has the better camp. This stand around Marley's coming again. Cedric Pare loses it. This played in the corner for Nylander. Nylander trying to bring it in front. He has it knocked away. Forward yesterday. James, certainly, if you would like to do that, we can certainly make that accommodation if it's okay with Lala. Hey, Mega, what's going on? I'm good with it. And we talked about it a little bit at the start of the second intermission. If you scroll back, you can hear our full conversation. All right. 1-0 Toronto, and a beautiful goal. Yeah, Vaughn. It's pretty suspect, right? Anthony, welcome in. Easton Cowan. Easton Cowan got the Marley goal just moments ago. The Cowboy putting it in. Dakota Murmis and Vinny Lettieri picking up the assists on that one. Hey, Lucas, welcome in. SJR, go Wolves, going for the Wolves. Hildeby has to clear waivers. That is true too. This is going to come back to the point, walking through. Marlies still looking at the point, looking to get a shot through. This one coming through the slot, deflected, knocked down, swing and a miss. And Chicago going to get this one out all the way down the ice. So icing called, and it's going to come all the way back to the Chicago zone. Schneider, another home run, get out of town. David Schneider. Holy smokes. Isn't that 2 home runs in back-to-back games now for Schneids? That's huge. He must love playing in Boston. Been following Cowan since he was in the London Knights. Yeah, Jamie, he was great on the Knights. Great. So Grew coming in to take this face off along with Brindamore. Skylar Brindamore has been very good in the face-off circle. Very good. Going to win this one back. And this is another home run for the Blue Jays. It is another home run. Back-to-back home runs for the Blue Jays. Is that Valenzuela? My goodness. The Blue Jays lighting it up right now. Hopefully the Marlies can keep it going too. Here's Grew, a long pass, going to come in. And Chicago going to turn it around, bring it right back into the Marlies zone. Taking a cross check, continuing to come, driving behind the net, trying to bring it towards out front. Turning, the shot is going to get knocked down. Villeneuve trying to tie up his man. Chicago still with it. Coming around the side, looking, shooting. Good opportunity. That one's going to go wide. Shaw trying to chase it back to the point. Chicago rotating around, going to flip it over to the near side. Spinning around. Chicago, you know, the problem with these Chicago uniforms, the white jerseys with the yellow numbers, is the way the lighting is. It is very hard to read the numbers. This down around at the side of the net. It's going to roll up, and Akhtiamov is going to hang on to it. It was Himmy. Oh, nice. Himmy. Hey, Joey, how's it going? Welcome in. Big couple of home runs. Sweet. It's the lucky mustache. Oh, goodness. That was sweet. Williams, thank you for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. If you are joining us, make sure you hit those thumbs up buttons for us. Hit that like button wherever you're watching. Don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe. This can be flipped up all the way down the ice. Cowan is kind of coming in on the forecheck as Legault is going to rip it around the boards. Marley stopped at the line temporarily. Now Chicago bringing this one up, cutting through the middle, going to pass this one over. Going back, cross ice. Here's a hammering shot. And it's blocked and goes up and out of play. Good work, but here by Chicago, coming in with speed, trying to tee off on it. They're going to go change it up. They're going to a commercial break. Easton Cowan putting the Marlies up 1-0 as this squeaker just gets through. I would watch the AHL playoff. Oh, really, Joey? How's everyone doing tonight? Congrats on the Canes for winning. George, I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. I was so excited for Freddie Anderson and to win that Stanley Cup, finally get it. Of course, Jordan Stahl, what a performance by him. They showed online a breakdown of the voting. for the Conn Smythe, and it was Stahl ran away with it. But Hall was second, Stankoven was third. And I think Marner was fourth or fifth. He did receive 6 votes, even though they lost the game. But yeah, Stahl was the absolute runaway with it. Appeal of the game today, it is here in Toronto at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. Coca-Cola Coliseum, downtown Toronto. It's right next door to BMO Stadium where TFC plays, or where the World Cup games are being played. And tickets, there are still some tickets available, at least there were the other day. They're playing again Thursday and Friday back-to-back. So if you're in town, if you're in and around Toronto and you want to make the trek, tickets very affordable, and it is certainly good hockey. So coming back from commercial, let's get it going. Gonna pick it right back up in action. Vinny Lettieri, boy, is he having a great playoffs. 10 goals, 14 assists. He's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. Hey, Candace, in the Belleville area. Candace, you watch the Belleville Bulls. Belleville Bulls, a lot of fun to watch as well. Here's an outlet pass to Cowan. Cowan going to bring it up. Has a man breaking. Going to flip it in. Tvorberg going in after it. He gets hammered into the boards. Cowan trying to come around, but Bennica going to play it around. Toronto stealing it. Cowan in the slot has his stick lifted. It's taken away in a backhand pass by Chicago. That one comes through. Going to play it over to Henry Thrun, and he's going to quick outlet pass to Cowan. Cowan bringing it in into the high slot. Over to Tvorberg. Why didn't he shoot? He dekes across. Oh, my goodness. Cowan could have shot. Tvorberg could have shot. That one didn't work. Oh, good opportunities. Here's another shot. It drops down in front of the slot. And that one doesn't work. Cowan to Thrun. He shoots, looking for a tip. Hits a skate. No, we got a high stick, and a Chicago player goes down. Penalty coming up here to Toronto. The Chicago player went down in a heap. Went down in a heap. So, yikes. Let's see. I hope the Chicago player is okay. It's Fenzor. His helmet came off. He's laughing. He's laughing. Can we see a replay? Maybe it didn't even get him. Can't tell there. The Belleville Senators, yes, the Belleville Bulls of the OHL, though, Sauer is referring to. So unbelievable. DND, what's going on? Toronto Marlies, AHL hockey. Dorito, how's it going? It's my pleasure. My pleasure. So it's going to be another Marlies penalty. 2 minutes on the board for Chicago on the power play. Rick says, get the wave going. Find your wave hands and put them in the chat. Now, Henry Thrun is going to take a high stick, and he goes down, and the hand goes up, so that's going to negate the Chicago power play. And so Philp is going to go off. That's his second penalty of the day. Hey, get those hands up. Hey. Mario, depending on your region where your location, Sportsnet 360. So we're going to get some 4-on-4 as the stick comes up. Just caught him on the side. So good thing these guys are wearing visors. For as much as we see the visors cut the bridges of the nose and do some damage, it has saved a lot of eyes. That one could have been nasty. So the Marlies having a little bit of a huddle here. Looks like Gru, Lettieri, Mermis, and I didn't see the fourth Marley player. Hey, Sean, how's it going? No, not for me. No heartburn here. So Brindamore in to take this one again. He's taking it against Bo Gru. I will tell you, though, it is hot, Sean. It is hot in here. Thank you, Rick. It's a little small, but it does the job. Chicago going to pull this one out. It's funny. We were at a Marley game this past winter, and I said to myself, I should go pick up a jersey. And when I looked, I couldn't believe the cost of these jerseys. Turning it around, Grew with it. Grew on the move. He's going to carry. Here come the Marlies with some speed. Grew over the line. It's onside. That was very close. Mermis in with them. Grew taking it all the way to the house. Going to bring it back up. They're going to swing it across. Lettieri goes away with it. Comes to the point to Mermis. To Lettieri. A little bit of a reverse hit. Lettieri centering it. Pinching up was Villeneuve, and that pass was tipped. Villeneuve backhanding it. Lettieri with a one-timer right on. Great blast. Real good shot. Sounds good. Pizza Hut. It is greasy. I haven't had Pizza Hut in years. Big blast, a big shot. That was a great one. Real good stop. High premium off a one-time turnaround blast. Face off again here in the Chicago zone. 1:05 left. A 4-on-4. Off the draw, Toronto with possession. Flipping it over to Shaw. Shaw curling. Thrun is going to the net. Pass is tipped away from him. Oh, my goodness. Shot. This coming back around. Another turn. Another shot's going to be knocked down. Over at the side, looking to pull it free. Thrun setting up. Thrun going to play this one down low. Rick, are you on an iPhone? Apparently, Apple devices are having an issue with the emojis. Something between Apple and YouTube. 24 seconds left of the 4-on-4 hockey. Still waiting behind the net. Not moving at all. Letting all the time tick down. Marlies were changing up. Thrun is still waiting. Now they're going to start to move it ahead. 5 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Pass up the middle. Nice feed. Here comes in Danford with a shot. It's blocked. Rebound. He takes another shot. Now Quinlan comes out of the box. Marlies on a power play. Comes to Quinlan. He shoots. It's into the glove. And that, just like that, the power play expires. So we're going to be all 5-on-5 now. Good 5-on-5. They're going to start bringing the Pizza Hut buffet, lunchtime buffets back. Oh, man, those were great. That's right, Onyx. I know exactly which location you're talking about. You're on iPhone. Yeah, Rick. Onyx was having the same issue as some others as well. Something with Apple going on. Hey, Honkin, welcome in. Off the draw, Marlies in the corner with it. Here's a quick shot by Cowan. It's blocked. Rebound comes right back to him. Cowan, nice little move. Half boards, walking right towards the net. Shooting, looking to go 5-hole, and that one is stopped. This is going to be turned around. Whoa, big open ice hit there by Cowan. Quillen coming in. Has Cowan, elects to shoot. And that's going to be up over the shoulder and at a play. Wow, the Marlies all of a sudden in this period have found their shots. They are working it through. Good hustle here by the Marlies. Marlies have had 9 shots to this point in the second period. Chicago has only had 1. So what a turnaround. We're actually now tied 14 shots apiece. Absolutely unreal. Good work here by the Marlies. Keep it up. Easton Cowan has come alive in this second period. Again, another faceoff win by Toronto. Back to the point, playing it across. Here's a wrister. And again, it's going to be deflected up and at a play. So really good hustle here. These guys are moving. 10:20 to go. Second period. 10:20 to go. Second period. Marlies. What a difference. What a difference one period has. All right, folks, we're 4 likes away. If you haven't hit that thumb up yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Let's go. Thanks, Robin. Appreciate it. It's a long season, but we don't stop. We keep going as we switch gears to our summer season. This is going to be flipped up. We'll be covering the Blue Jays and the Argonauts all summer long. Please let the Argonauts be better this year. Here's a little pass. Johnston on the move. He's going to come over the line. Johnston across the middle. Has it taken away. Chicago trying to get reset. They're going to look to move it ahead. Leafs need to retool the forward, rebuild the defense, and replace the goalies. Well, one goalie has been removed. I'm okay with Stolarz. I don't mind Stolarz at all. We don't talk about the Argos last season. This coming around, putting it behind. Toronto setting it up. Yes! Villeneuve, a long pass. Marley's going to chip it down the ice. Racing in here is Sim. He can't get there. Comes out. Johnson going to flip it in. Sim has to tag up. They're going to start to move it in. Ought to see the Blue Bombers shoot at practice because I was working at Princess Auto Field. Nice, Joey. Here's a long pass all the way down. Again, a lot of sloppy passes from Chicago here in this period. Alex Nylander trying to pick it up. He cannot. Goes back down around into the corner. Sorum trying to get here. Marley's doing a good job along the boards. First period, they were losing all the battles. They're doing a good job here, except Chicago comes right out, shot up high, and Akhtiamov with a nice stop off the shoulder. Here comes Nylander. He's going to slide it across, too far away. And Primu is going to hold on that. Primo, good stop there. Luke Hames was racing in, and the pass was just a little too far ahead of him. Leafs need a QB, that's for sure. That's for sure. I quit the CFL when they changed it to NFL Lite, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie, I'm very curious to see how some of these are going to show. Very, very curious. All right, they're going to commercial break. A great period here for the Marlies. Let's see if they can keep doing it. My gift didn't show up for the second time. I did see it. I don't know if it was the first or second time. I think Hildeby makes the team at a camp. The new goalie comes in when Stolarz gets hurt, and he will. You're right. He absolutely will. He absolutely will. Yeah, Deviate. I forget his name. He's been great. He is very, very good. I've been watching the Marlies when they used to be on the Score every Sunday, like 20 years ago. Ben Andrews. I remember Ben Andrews. Robbie Earl, I don't remember, though. That's funny. Get your eyes checked, Onyx. Oh, my goodness. Art will be the first call up. Yeah, I agree. I think he will be for sure. He's so good. I'm really excited for training camp. And I know the Stanley Cup was just handed out like 2 days ago. But I'm really excited to see how camp is going to play out with all the new bodies coming in and whatever other moves they're going to do. Show us your haircut. The hair is flat. I've been wearing the hat all day. I don't have any product in it. See, it says a pitch count of 107. Whoa, Donna. Serious? Let me see this. Hang on. I got to pull this up here. Dylan Cease. Where is it here? Where is it here? I have to confirm. There's his line. It doesn't say. Am I blind? Cease. 108 pitches. 66 of them are strikes. That's not good. In the 5th inning, and he's throwing 108 pitches. That's madness. Early camp this year, too. Yeah, thank goodness, Anthony, 'cause it's a long summer. It's an extra week on the summer this year. Off the draw. Marley's going to win this one back to the point. Long shot. Primo with another good save as he has to come across. 8:45 to go here in the second period. Marshall Rafai throwing it to the net. So Marshall Rafai is also somebody I'd love to get a good chance, a good look. I like Rafai a lot. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But we know Grew, well, I shouldn't say we know. I assume Grew is going to get a full-time job with the Leafs. We know Cowan will. Will Quinlan as well. Lettieri in the corner trying to bring this one up. digging forward. Grew takes a bump. Shaw trying to play it back to Lettieri. Lettieri with a bump in the corner, getting it out for Grew. Tried to shoot it. Comes to Shaw. He shoots going up high. That one didn't miss by much. As the Marlies coming close again here. Trying to dig it free. Chicago going to get this one out of their own zone. Marlies with a phenomenal period here today. Much, much better. Much more aggressive than we saw in period number 1. This coming around the side. Toronto up through the middle into the zone. Running into Grew, and they got to turn it around and play it all back. They're going to have to reset themselves here. Another outlet pass. Quillen getting it ahead, dropping it for Lettieri, but it's offside. And so they're going to blow the whistle, get a stoppage, and do it again. 11-2, the shots now on this period. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, Diablo. I mean, he's been wonderful in these playoffs, and I think he's certainly worth giving him a shot. The only issue is he's another small guy. Lettieri is only 5'10", 188 pounds. So he could easily put on 12 pounds of muscles to get up to 200 pounds, but you can't stretch him. He's only 5'10". And we've seen some guys that are 5'10" do unbelievable things. Like Logan Stankoven is not a big man. So if he has a very good camp, yeah, I think you give him a chance. But that is my only concern. Benning going to play this one across. And how much room will there be? And again, the Marlies going to come in offside. So many offsides. I mean, there's space. There's one. We don't know the status of Max Domi either. We don't know what the status of Domi is going to be. So right now, I mean, there is roster spots available. And I think having a kid line, Lettieri, Grew, and Cowan would be interesting. A good third line. Just a question. Have they been streaming all the games? King, only the finals. All the other games have been on Flow Sports. So just the finals. And it was kind of a last second thing. Villeneuve refined Danford to fall or traded. Every GM wants those 3. Oh yeah. I mean, they're 3 good D's, but again, we just don't have the space for them. Now, I don't think Danford is ready. I don't think Danford is ready yet. Right? Like he's just coming up here from college. Bringing this one back. Chicago off the draw. Long cross-ice pass. Going to bring it up over the line. And now Chicago's turn to come in offside. Yeah, Ben Danford, I mean, he's 20 years old. He's really just coming into his entry-level deal now. So Danford, he's 6'1", 188 pounds. He'll beef up. He'll put on some muscle there. But yeah, I don't think we need to rush. Whoopsies. I don't think we need to rush Danford. Off the draw, Chicago winning this one. The Wolves starting to pick up their play here now. This is going to be into the glove of Akhtiamov, and he holds on to it. So Onyx, he had some kind of a surgery. We don't know exactly what it was for. I believe it was something on his back, but he had some kind of surgery and he had complications to it. And he was not able to walk for a couple of days. There was a picture posted of him with some family walking, which was good to see. But they've come out and said Domi is kind of on LTIR for the immediate future. We don't know what his status will be for this season at all. The defensive guy, I think Danford spent another couple of, yeah, exactly. Well, Smart was shaking right. Yeah. Oh, and I think it was a good move. You knew one of the two was going to be gone. Gets rid of some salary, gets a couple of prospects back. Hey, Ariel, how's it going? You're at the game. Nice. Yeah, I remember you mentioned you were going. This down in the corner, turned over. Marlies, Hames going to center it, bring this one out. Pare tried to get it across. That one didn't work. I mean, there's so many good players on this Marley squad, but how many of them are NHL caliber? Turning it over in the middle, it's knocked off. It's going to come down. And will Valimaki find his way on the Carolina Hurricanes roster next year? He's been outstanding. Here's Grew. Grew going to come in. Grew going to turn. Send this one down low for Shaw. That one's going to miss. Coming around, pass in front. And that one actually hit off the goaltender pad going into the corner. Marlies going to back this one up again. Cross ice pass. Turning it up. Good cycle here by the Marlies. They don't get it in deep, however. Stop just at the Wolves line. Chicago Nystrom with a nice little dangle. He's going to bring it in with a shot. That's going to sail up and over and out of play. So with 5:34, we're going to get a stoppage here. It's insane right now. It is so good. Will, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So good. All right. Leafs need to rush in order to avoid the entry mark. That they do. Another commercial break here. Nice to have Quinlan back. Yeah, Vallis is out. I like Quinlan a lot, DV8. I like Quinlan a lot. And I think he'd be great. You know, he played well in Toronto when he got a little bit of a chance towards the end of the year. But Grew was awesome. You put those two with Cowan, I think that's a pretty cool line. I think that would be very, very cool. Brandon, yeah, big win for the Canes. Marlies are undefeated against Chicago in the playoffs. As of right now. And hang on, this is another monster shot off the Green Monster. The Blue Jays just putting one deep. Another run is going to score. 4-0. Davis Schneider going deep off the wall. Davis Schneider, what's up with that guy? He learned how to hit the ball. Blue Jays doing it again. That was sweet. Leafs will be without Riley, Domi, Michelli, Joshua, Yarncroke. Well, we don't know about Riley yet. We don't know about Riley yet. He still hasn't waived it. Dakota Joshua, he's still there. Michelli is a restricted free agent, as is Nick Robertson. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with those two. I'm impressed with Letier as well. Yeah, Ariel, no chance San Jose does that. And no chance. Here comes the Marlies. Going to chip this one down in the zone. 5:25 to go. Valimaki going to try and play this one around. Marlies getting physical, and when they do, they tend to succeed. Back over to Shaw in the corner. Letieri. Little reverse hit. Letieri. He's looking to open things up. Bringing it all the way back to the point. His pass doesn't hit its intended target. Valimaki going to pick this one up. He's going to flip it up. Get it down to the red line. Here they come up over the line. Chicago finding a way in. Drop back to the point. Right up the gut across with a shot. And a huge shot block. Holy smokes. Who was that? Was that Benning? A massive shot block by the Marlies. We got a little scrum in front of the net here as Chicago comes in after the whistle. And some pushing and shoving taking place. Captain Shaw is going to say, get that garbage out of here, as Chuck Swirsky would say. Hey, Ron, 1-0 Toronto right now. 1-0 Marlies. It was Benning going down with a huge shot block. Akhtiamov was sliding across, but this one off the ankle of Benning and had a play. That hurts. That hurts a lot. But wow, what a shot block by Benning. Now, we've been talking about how slow Benning was, especially in the last game. Man, if his ankles are going to be black and blue from stopping shots like that, I'm okay with him being a little slow. That was monstrous. Go Marlies. Hey, Zach, what's going on? Welcome in. Off the draw, coming back. Here's a big blast. And another big save by the Toronto Tendy. Standing his ground. Woof. He's looking good right now. These guys are cooking. Akhtiamov. When you have a goaltender who's playing as well as he does, man, it really, really gives confidence in the rest of the team. And this was Cal Foote just stepping in and launching one, and he catches it with ease. All right, face off here to the right. Skylar Brindamore is going to be waved out. Gunler's going to come in. Marley's going to win this draw. They're going to bring it ahead. Here come the Marlies, chipping this one down, racing in after it. And that's going to be an icing call. Good hustle, but right now Chicago trying to find their way to come back. And all of these stoppages, I think, are kind of playing into the favor of Chicago. Because they are continuing to build some momentum right now. They're up to 4 shots. They've taken one away from Toronto. So 11-4 are the shots in this period. They're going to win this one again. Chicago off the draw. Going D to D. Over the middle of the ice. Here's a long shot. That one's going to sail wide. Marley's going to try and pick this one up. They're on the move. Oh, Slimer is here. This one is taken away by Sorum. He's going to play it up Chicago on the far side. In the corner. Marlies, Mermis, trying to go for it. Blew a tire, goes down, comes to the point. Marlies can't clear. Back around behind the net. Toronto going to try this other side. Chipping it up. They're going to get this one out. It's Borberg around the red line. He was waiting for it, but got pushed into the boards. Akhtiamov going to play it into the corner. Marlies throwing it towards the middle of the ice. They get it out, but Chicago Wolves bringing it right back in. Back behind the net. Mermis. He's going to play it ahead. Marlies, long outlet pass. It's knocked down. Here comes Cowan. Cowan with speed coming right in. Fanned on the shot. Cowan going to turn around. He's getting worked on good by some cross checks there. This back the other way. Here comes the Chicago Wolves. Going to dump this one in the corner. They're going to peel off and change. Danford. He gives it to Rafai. Rafai, long pass. Didn't work. Johnstone going in the corner. Marley's trying to settle it down with it. Johnstone trying to get it over to Pizzetta. Pizzetta tips it to the corner, and Chicago going to get there first. They're going to move it up towards the middle of the ice. Here come the Wolves. Quick shot. Akhtiamov, great stop. I don't know if he actually got a piece of it, but it looked pretty. Went out in a good stretch. In the corner, it's taken away. Gunler can't get there. Marlies working it back to go forward. Up over the line, a little backhand by Sim goes in. Johnson, I'm pretty sure, is offside. Pizzetta comes in with a hit. He gets knocked down. Marlies picking up that physicality again. Benning cycling it behind. Long breakout pass by Toronto. Here they come. Alex Nylander over the line. Nylander going through, shooting. And a nice save by Primo. As Alex Nylander was feeling it. He steps up and is working. And a good rush there. Just going, Alex Nylander. Good puck control, a little too deep. Tries to go short side, but that one is into the glove of Caden Primo, who's looked pretty sharp here tonight. Ames having some word with Nylander. They're going to get themselves set. Go Marlies. Cedric Pare with some words to Nylander. Pare going to come in to take this against Suzuki. They can't win it straight back. Came to Hames. Now Pare with a shot, and Primo again going to cover it up as the Marlies right there on the doorstep trying to dig for it. Oh, Jordan, final score today. Man, it's the way they're going right now. This could be a 2-1 type of situation. Right? It could be a 2-1, maybe a 3-1 if there's an empty net involved. But this is a great game so far. As Dispenser trying to get under the skin. He's one of those agitators, DV. Here come the Wolves. Going to carry this one up. Nice pass, tipped in the corner, racing in, but the official going to say, nope, it's offside. Nadeau really racing in there. 2:10 to go. 2:10 to go here in period number 2. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome to the show. My name is Sam. We love our sports here on the channel. Make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button for us. We'd love for you to hang out with us all summer, but we understand if you're busy. But hopefully you'll come back for next hockey season. This coming across for the one-timer that is knocked down. Uh-oh, Hoffman is in now. Uh-oh. This coming across. Sean, I'm not sure about Benning. Setting it up behind the net, Chicago. Getting set, 1:50 to go. Looking, here comes Chicago, slowly making their way up. The Wolves, nice little move. Into the zone, Robidas trying to center it across. Marlies going to take it away. Here comes Toronto trying to split the D. Can't get all the way through. That's going to be offside. Grew has to pull back. Nice little move there. Really nice move trying to split the D. Marlies going to knock this one down. Legault with the puck now. Going to start to move this one up ice. Little hit right at the blue line. Shaw picks up the puck. Marlies taking it out and around. Cameraman, catch up with the play. Thank you. Here they come. Marlies bringing it in. Centering it in the slot. Puck is bouncing. Shaw couldn't settle it down. This is brought out the other way. Suzuki dumping it in. Last minute of play in this period.
Last minute of play in this period.
Thank you, voice of Paul Morris, the greatest in-stadium announcer of all time, in my opinion. This coming back in front. Marlies trying to dig it in on one side. Looking to bring it around to the other. Back to the point. Here's a blast. It's down and a nice save again. Hoffman pitching well. Jordan, that's because when there's no pressure, he's a very good pitcher. He can't pitch under pressure. Hoffman got a strikeout. Hoffman is the Marner of baseball. When there's no pressure, he can play unbelievably well. When there is pressure in big moments, he's nowhere to be found. All right, the Cowan line coming back on. Off the draw, 30 seconds to go. This is going to be played up. Chicago chipping it all the way down the ice. Turning around, here come the Marlies. Settle that puck down, boys. Into the zone, Quillen centers it. Cowan coming in, going between the legs. Backhand rebound is there. Oh, they can't put it in. What an effort here by the Marlies. Cowan going inside out between the legs. Holy smokes. And the rebound was there for Quillen. My goodness. Cowan goes, pulls it back through his legs to the front with a backhand. Loose puck there. Forberg had a shot. Quinlan had a shot. Man, Quinlan just couldn't put it up and over the pad. Good stop by Primu. Oh, Sean, he really was the best. Yeah, Rick, this has been a much better period for Cowan. Much better period. Oh, SJ, there's a whole lot of things. Jose, what's going on? 13 seconds to go. Off the draw, this is going to be picked up and flipped all the way down the ice. Nice little move. Chicago playing it back. 5 seconds to go. Here's a shot. It's blocked. Loose puck is sitting here. And the Marlies going to hang on to it as the period comes to an end. Wow. Good playing here by the Marlies. They're up 1-0 on a goal by Easton Cowan. How do I turn this off here? There we go. Easton Cowan, the lone goal came at 2:47 into the second period from Mermis and Lettieri. It was very, very close. A couple penalties. Each team with 2 chances. Phillip went for hooking. Himes went for tripping. Quillen and Phillip both for high sticking. And that led to the 4-on-4. But absolutely crazy. 17 shots in that period for the Marlies. 17 shots. 17 shots in that period is more shots than the Maple Leafs had in a number of games this year. 17 shots in that period. 4 shots for Chicago, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely wild. Let's see. Joey, no, I didn't see it. Obviously, we're calling the end of the game here. Let's see. Yeah, Joey, I wish it was there for you as well. Yeah, I remember Dave Hodge. I like Dave Hodge. Dave Hodge was pretty good. See about Mermis next season. So I'm okay with Mermis. I mean, we saw glimpses of Mermis last year. I thought he was okay. He did his job well. Obviously, was a young talent, still has to develop, but I don't mind him at all. Same with Philly Myers. Philly Myers, obviously not a kid. He's going to be 30. I don't mind Philly Myers at all, but I think Mermis certainly is worth more of a chance. Mind you, Mermis, actually looking it up, he's 32, so he's no kid either. Mermis is 32. Wow, I did not realize. Wow, Marshall Rafai is 28. I didn't realize he was that old either. When did that happen? Marshall Rafai, 28. That's crazy. Benning is 32. That's why he's slow. But Villeneuve is a good young prospect at 24. He's a restricted free agent, so we'll have to come to terms with him. Henry Thrun is a restricted free agent. He's 25. Marshall Rafai, he signed up for one more year. I hope they give him a chance. Ben Danford at 20, he's going to continue to be good. Noah Chadwick also kind of in here as well. I like Noah Chadwick. Some other folks as well in here. But from our forward standpoint, I mean, some of the names that we've been talking about here, obviously Cowan is going to play. Grew is going to play. But Lettieri's no spring chicken either. He's 31. Vinny Lettieri is an unrestricted free agent this year, so they'll have to give him a deal. Ryan Forberg is 24. Quinlan is 24. And if you haven't heard, Seaman Der Argistina, I cannot pronounce his name. SDR is what we'll call him. He elected to go play overseas. Well, he has said he wants to come back. He wants to come back and play in the NHL, AHL. So he's going to come back. He's been playing with the Dynamo Moskva. And so we'll see if he actually does come back and pick up where he left off. So Marlies do have some good young prospects in here if they can kind of put them together. So he was their pick. Oh my goodness. Back in 2018, third round. He never really came to play anything with the Maple Leafs, but he was supposed to be a very talented player, elected to go back to Russia, and he's been there for a couple of years. For example, in 22-23, he played 50 games with the Marlies, and he had 40 points, 12 goals, 28 assists, which was not bad at all. So we'll see if he gets another chance. Score is 1-0. 1-0 for the Marlies. Marlies have the lead. Torberg keeps Cowan plus minus in check so Cowan can concentrate on offense. And that's so important. So important. Both are Leafs in October. I can't wait to see what it's gonna come to be. What roster moves they're gonna make. What Marlies they're gonna promote. So good. Argun Chentsev. Yeah, I'll probably say it about 5,000 different ways. If that guy gets an NHL contract, I'm in big trouble. But we'll just call him SDA because it's so much easier. But I do have his rookie cards. Oh, we talked about it the other day. Look what came in today. Look what came in today. We've been talking about it for a little while. Finally got it today. There you go. Cowboy, baby. Easton Cowan, Young Guns rookie card in the house. We got the Easton Cowan. Long time coming. Very excited for that. So we picked that up. We also got the Easton Cowan #1 draft pick. So there you go. We got all the Easton Cowan rookie cards coming in. Keep it going. We got the O-Pee-Chee Glossy of Cowan. We got all the Cowan cards coming in. We got the pros and prospects, all the Easton Cowan cards. Keep it going. We got the rookie reflective Easton Cowan. All the Easton Cowans. And then last but not least, I had to pick this one up because he was absolutely awesome. And I wish we somehow would get him back. Our boy, Nikita Grabinkin on the Young Guns rookie card. Love some Nikita Grabinkin. So good. Oh, so there you go. Those just came in today as we stack up on our Leafs. Our Leafs. So good. Oh, Bruce. Shame. He was in the Marlies playing Robertson a few years back when the AHL games. Forget the year. You're not wearing gold shorts. No gold shorts. No, just the white shorts. Got the white and one shorts today. I don't know why I'm obsessed with these and one shorts. They're so good. Nope, no gold, nothing, Lala. They look silver. They do have some silver on the bottom, white with silver trim. Can we still call him Cowboy? Yes, of course. We still have to call him Cowboy for sure. For sure, we got to call him the Cowboy. Oh my goodness. Woof. So funny. All right, let me scroll back. Where was that? Where was that? All right, never mind. Yeah, Nick Robertson is mentioning Nick Robertson is going to be interesting. There is gold in them. Gold, no gold, no gold. White with black writing and gray trim. Yes, Don, I saw. So sad. Kyle Calder. So sad. I feel like we've been losing people at a rapid pace this year. It just seems to be so many that keep coming up. Very, very, very sad. Anyways, going back, Nick Robertson's situation, that is going to be real interesting. I don't know what Nick Robertson is going to end up doing. We know previously he wanted to trade, and they kind of talked him into staying. And in, not on. No, there's no gold in, on, under. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, I know they want to get him more playing time. They want to get him in a place to play. I mean, maybe there's a good opportunity to send him to Dallas to play with his brother. That would be huge. That would be wild. I feel bad for Nick Robertson because I really believe Nick Robertson can play good hockey. IDM, it is 1-0 right now, 1-0, and we're at second intermission. So I wish him the best. I obviously would love to see him play a bigger role here in Toronto. He had some flashes where he was really, really, really good, and other times where he just made some bad decisions. Never really got put in great situations to excel. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Nick Robertson if they give him that opportunity. Obviously, the conversation becomes it's a roster spot, and do they want to give it to him or do they want to bring up one of these other young guys? Nobody screws with Marlies goalies. Rafai snaps. Yeah, Rafai is so good. Hey, Stuart, how's it going? A great day for Leafs. Jacob being aggressive and getting young defensemen. Marlies are doing well. Sad to see Wall go. Yeah, I agree, Stuart. I think it's a good trade. It's a good move. A couple of young prospects coming back. I have no issue at all with the move. Jake Chikia made there. I know a lot of people are freaking out on social media. A lot of people. Pete, I'm with you. I'm going to miss Benoit as well. Benoit was okay, but I just don't think we used him correctly. Listen, we're always going to remember that Superman punch. We're always going to remember that Superman punch. But yeah, I don't think we used him to his full potential, and let him go somewhere and excel. And we're getting some prospects, and will they pan out? Won't they? But at least we got rid of some salary. We got some flexibility. And Philly, all of a sudden, they're going to improve, which is a great thing for them. They needed to improve. Dan Vladar had a great year last year. Vladar is a decent goaltender, but they needed a good duo, right? And I think Joseph Wall with Dan Vladar will be a good combo for sure. Simon Benoit comes into a defensive core that needed some help. You got Travis Sanheim there. He's there for 5 years. You got Cam York, who's there for 4 years. Ristolainen. And after those three, you're kind of like, okay, well, we have David Urasek, who's a rookie. We don't really know. We got Nick Seeler, who, okay, whatever. You got Drysdale, who's supposed to be a big guy. So you bring Simon Benoit in to kind of fill a gap there. I think that's a great pickup for Philadelphia. Philadelphia definitely improved with those moves. Now, again, I wish they would have got Grabinkin back in that deal. That would have been sweet. I mean, he's an RFA. Give us Grabinkin back. That would have been so good. But yeah, great move for Philadelphia. Really, really strong move. Let's see. Hey, Morgan, welcome in. Trade Robertson and Matthews. I honestly don't think they're going to trade Matthews. Hey, Douglas, Nicky Robbie needs a coach that will work with him. 100% agreed. And he just has not had that in Toronto at all. The next move, Chakia does now, I think, is continuing to work on the defensive core. They're going to try and, it sounds so bad to say, I believe they're going to try and push out Morgan Rielly. I think they're going to find a way of getting Morgan Rielly to waive his no-move clause. I think that's going to be the next big thing they need to do. Chakia obviously wants to put his spin on this team. He wants to put his piece together here, but I don't know what they could do or say to get him to do it. It's a negotiated thing, right? He absolutely has the ability to say, no, I want to play here. I'm not going to waive it. That would be disaster. I'm an Angel fan. What's going on? Go Jays. Jays are looking good. So I think he's going to work on Morgan Rielly. Obviously, we have a couple guys we need to re-sign if they're going to elect to re-sign them. So I'm sure there's conversations going on with that. I'm sure there's ongoing conversations with Austin Matthews. And last but not least, they're trying to finish up this coaching piece. That is going to be important. When they announce whoever this coach is going to be, that will be the big straw that's going to say to Austin Matthews, yeah, let's keep going. Now, Austin Matthews is still under contract, right? Let's not forget that. He's here for this year. He's here for next year. So Austin Matthews can say, trade me all he wants, but he is technically under contract. So the Maple Leafs are under no obligation to trade him. He also has a no move clause. So Austin Matthews is in full control. He can say, trade me, and I only want to go to this team or this team. Very similar to Larkin, right? Larkin said, I wanted to be traded. Here's my list of 3 teams. Make it happen. Detroit's like, can you give us a few more teams? Because we're not going to get anything done. Similar to Panarin. Panarin last year said, trade me, and this is where I want to go. And the problem when that happens is the other teams know you're screwed. The other teams know he's only going to be traded to us or this other team. So we're going to give you next to nothing. And they can get away with it. Love this channel. $6.99 super chat. Douglas, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat and for being a part of what we do. Big thank you. Jay will be doing it tomorrow. We'll have the Jays on tomorrow but championship games always take precedence. And plus, I want to let the Blue Jays win a few, right? Every time we seem to stream, they seem to disappear. So we're just trying to let the Blue Jays catch up. But yeah, we will be with the Blue Jays tomorrow. And again, it's a 6:45 game. 6:45 game tomorrow. And hopefully they'll keep the bats going. The Blue Jays are having one heck of a game here today. That is for sure. Did they announce the pitchers yet? They do. It's going to be really Max Scherzer is going to be back on the mound for the Blue Jays tomorrow. I'm shocked. After the horrible outing he had last time around, I did not expect to see Scherzer back on the mound for the Blue Jays in a starter capacity. So wow. That totally catches me off guard. So Scherzer will be on the mound tomorrow for the Blue Jays, and we will be right here. And please let him have a good outing. If there's anybody in baseball, if there's anybody in sports who needs a good outing right now, it's Scherzer. Oh boy. Well, that's going to be real interesting tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be okay. Sounds good, Jordan. Sounds good. Somebody was treated from the Maple. So yes, the goaltender Joseph Wall was traded. Wow, this did a real weird thing with the Scherzer photo. I'm just trying to whip up the thumbnail right now as there's taking a look, and my goodness, this did a really weird thing with our Scherzer photo. Hey, we'll run with it. I don't think that looks anything like him. This is so weird. Always trying to do something different. And when it doesn't work, it's kind of like, what is that? But we'll go with it. Why not? Why not? All right, we're going to do this here. Nothing like a little multitasking at intermission. Oh my goodness. There we go. So we'll get that posted. This is tomorrow's date. We'll get that posted right after tonight's stream. We'll get that set up now that we got whip our thumbnail together here. Oh my goodness, this picture looks terrible. All right, so we're getting set. Third period action. Cowan from Mermis and Lettieri, the only goal of the game so far. Marlies absolutely crushing it in that last period. 17 shots. They were phenomenal. Looking to have another big period here. Can the Marlies do it? Now, folks, the next game is going to be Thursday at 7 o'clock. Now, we are going to be here, but we're going to be late. Thursday is graduation day. We have a graduation in the family that we're going to be going to celebrate. So it happens to be Thursday. So we will be here, but we are going to be late. We will probably miss the first period, but we will be here, no doubt. So make sure you have your notifications on. As the cha-cha, oh, there you go, Rick. As the cha-cha dress on standby. Love it. All right, third period, here we go. Off the draw, Chicago going to come up with first puck. They're going to dump this one in. Thank you, Joe. It's always exciting when you have a graduate in the house. So we'll have to let him have his moment, and we will be there to celebrate. But then we'll be right back here with all of you. Concilio, thanks so much. Cycling around, passing it back. I will pass it along. Here's a one-timer by Chicago. That's going to go just wide. Nice, Mr. Ben. That's awesome. Thanks, Stuart. Cycling it around. Here's another long shot. It's blocked. Chicago can't hold the line. Here's a break. Can they get the puck? Oh! Cowan was breaking free, and they just couldn't get him the puck. Thanks, Rick. Don't have Hoffman on the bench, do they? They played Hoffman. Hoffman came in and played already. So we don't have to worry about Hoffman anymore. This coming down around in the corner. A big hit there. Chicago going to get this one out of their zone. Right at the line. Shaw going to bring it in. Shaw looking towards the front of the net. Going to play it back. A one-timer from Lettieri. And that blocker is going to tip it aside. Marlies still cycling it around. Back up top to the point. Villeneuve trying to thread the needle with a tough pass down low. Grew throwing a bump in the corner. And the Wolves going to lift this one out. Trying to race through. Going to roll right in front of the Toronto netminder. And that's poked away by Villeneuve. Down in the corner. Let's go, Marlies. All the way down. That's going to be an icing call, and they're going to turn it around. Go, Marlies, go. So Marlies called for the icing. I'm going to bring this one up. Matthews would bring a King's Ransom is why he's coming on 30. Yeah, that's a good question, Sean. Thanks, Pete. Remember my grade 5 graduation? I left there to go to the automotive dealership in Oakville to meet Lloyd Mosby and have him sign your graduation certificate. Jamie, that is amazing. So cool. Playing this one back out. Got him to sign your graduation certificate. I love that story. Here's Fenmore. Going to bring this one in for Chicago. Akhtiamov trying to stop it behind the net. Could not. Wolves bringing it around. Wolves look like they're upping the intensity right now. They're bringing it to the Marlies. Marlies caught a little flat-footed. This is going to be played up and all the way down the ice. It is curling towards the net. And it is on goal. That's going to negate the icing. The camera with the slowest pan across ice I've ever seen. All right, trying to get it in. Alex Nylander sidesteps one, sidesteps two. His shot gets blocked, hit the inside of the Chicago player's leg. Knocked down at the line from Danford, but a second effort by Chicago able to bring it out. Nylander bringing it right back in. Nylander shooting, and that one goes wide, far side. Back to send it down low. Hames behind the net gets hit into the boards. Chicago stepping around Nylander, working his way up the middle, trying to come through. Landon Sim can't stop it. Comes behind the net. Puck is loose. Kick free, and the Marlies going to dig it away, winning that battle. We're 5 flipping this one up down at center ice. Sim, a little bit of a slew foot there. Guys, don't take a stupid penalty at this point in the game. Under 17 to go. Long pass. Here comes Chicago. Up and through. Hit at the line. No penalty, and it's onside. I don't mind the physicality. Just don't take something dumb. Here's Pizzetta over the line. Pizzetta driving towards the net. He sidesteps the goaltender there. Just met Harold Ballard. I was 9. I didn't know who he was, but he cursed at me, so I kicked his shin and ran. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like we got a home run for Boston. Boston is on the board 4-1. Hey, Vi, what's up, bud? This in the corner, Marlies. Oh, there's a late blindsided hit. No call. Oh, goodness. Tvorberg just got ran over from behind. Here's a big blast. No call. Referees weren't paying attention. Cowan trying to center it in front. That is knocked away by Chicago. The Wolves bring it in front. Cowan can't get it. David, what's going on? Welcome in. Trying to bring this one across. Long shot for the point, and it's grabbed out of the air. Nice stop by Primu. 26 shots for the Marlies, 17 shots for Chicago. Marlies outshot Chicago in the second period, 17-4. So Marlies have been playing really solid hockey. Marlies looking really good. Yeah, Marlies had a great second period. Cal, what's going on? Another day, another Marlies lead. Looking good right now. Hopefully they can keep it going. Shaw coming in to take this face off. Use his mouth guard, even play. Penguins smash Dina's. Oh my goodness, deviate. This is going to be played all the way down the ice. Chicago racing in. Thrun is going to get put into the boards, trying to play it ahead. Loose puck picked up by Shaw. Shaw going to give it to Grew. Grew going to move it up over the blue line into the zone, playing it to the corner. Shaw there as well, trying to get it in front to him. Grew centering it to Lettieri. That one's taken away. They go off the boards. It's knocked down. It's still onside. Good job by the Marlies. Good eye contact. I agree with you, Jamie. That's my choice. Absolutely, David. This is going to be flipped down, bumping away. Benning sending it cross ice. Under 15 minutes to go. Marley's going to dump this one in the corner. Hames trying to race in here. Hames tied up along the boards. battling, really battling. It comes to the side, and Primu is just going to cover it up and hang on to it. Pare having a little bit of a conversation here with Ryan Suzuki, and they're going to end up going to commercial break as Bo Grew continuing to drive forward. And I like what this Marlies team is doing. They are not letting up. At $52 under 1.5 if the game stays at 1-0. We're buying some case of orange G2. All right, Vi, sounds good. That's funny. Whoop, I grabbed the wrong water bottle. All right, 14:37 to go. Marlies in the lead. Loose puck off the draw. Nylander going to bring this one back. Turning around, keeping it inside. Willie bringing it down low, shooting. That one went just wide, and it's going to go around the boards and all the way down. Villeneuve's going to come back with it. He turns a quick outlet pass. Marley's going to tip it into the Chicago zone. Phillip is in there. He's going to get it out. Wolves swinging at it with a high stick. That one missed. Working it up to Nylander. He weakly throws it in, but it gets past everyone down in the corner. Pare going in there. The physicality is picking up. Chicago now throwing some hits big time. Coming up, Phillip moves it to the middle of the ice. Working through is Rabikin. Here they come, 2-on-1. Chicago shooting into the glove of Akhtiamov, and he makes a good save. And Pizzetta gets driven to the ice. That is something we've seen a few times. Pizzetta trying to get physical, and he's been swatted away like a bug. But good work by Chicago. Even better work by the Marlies, hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Jamie, so we actually had this the other day, and I forget what the answer was. But yeah, we just we just asked this question the other day. It was pretty good. And I think there was, what was there, 3 teams? I think Montreal did it twice. And I forget the other team that did it. Make them bleed. Make them bleed. Oh, Ballard. Ballard had his private box at Maple Leaf Gardens with the mirrored window so you couldn't see in. Let's go. Welcome in. Kevin, we are not. No. Thanks for the follow, though. But yeah, unfortunately not. Very close game, Courtney. Very close game. They're looking real good. Just finished a late backyard barbecue. Not cheap. We get an amazing deal at our cost with strip line here. Oh, sweet, David. That's awesome. I love a good New York strip. Some sirloin. We get, usually there's a place we go where we get our meat when we go up north, and we get meat imported from PEI, some PEI steaks, and it is honestly so good. So good. And it's not that they're like even like big pieces of meat, but they're like thick. Oh, they're phenomenal. Can't wait to go back up there. It's going to be a couple of weeks. More than a couple of weeks, like a month, but that's okay. We'll get there soon enough. Toronto and New Jersey. New Jersey may have been the one. I don't know. Has Toronto done it? They made chicken thighs. Oh, chicken thighs are so good. Steamed asparagus. I don't mind some asparagus once in a while. All right, back from commercial break. Chicago, another face-off win. Going to bring this one behind the net. Benning taking it away. Playing it up at the side. It's flipped out and all the way down. Racing for it, and the linesman is yelling, ice, ice, ice. And that is going to come back. 13:35 to go. And live right beside a farm with the best meat. Oh, Courtney, when you get it and it's fresh and it's good, oh, outstanding. Kevin, a couple hours north of Toronto. We are from Toronto, in and around the Toronto area. Thanks, George. Addicted to tenderloins. Doing beef Wellington. Ooh, I don't think I'm at the level enough to do a beef Wellington. Oh, you're in Muskoka. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, there's a couple spots up there we like to hit. Last summer, we spent a little bit of time in Gravenhurst, Huntsville, Minden, Halliburton, all over. Coming out in front, Shaw trying to knock it down. Love traveling around up in that area. Down around at the side, trying to dig it free. In the corner, trying to work it across. Of course, Minden had that horrible flooding this year. It was so scary. I know some other places did as well. This is going to be flipped down. Chicago trying to keep it in the Marlies zone. Benning is there. Benning going to play it up. And Port Carling. Very nice. Spinning this one around at the side. Comes out. Chicago, quick shot. That one's going to be knocked down. Shaw, a little backhanded flip. Going to get it down the ice. Yeah, it's always nice to go to some of the different areas. Oh, big hit there in open ice. That's going to draw a crowd. Are they going to drop them? We saw a little retaliatory hit. Oh, my goodness. Backhand right on. Aktiamov with a great save. What was the Marley player doing there? Holy. Arter had to be sharp there. He's going to hold on to it and say, what's going on? That's what was pretty. Some very fun restaurants down by the pier. It is, David. Yeah, it's certainly changed over the years. It certainly has. You live in Muskoka also, Monty. Yeah, there's a couple places we always go into in Huntsville. Obviously, the Nutty Chocolatier that's a must do. Got to pick up your retro candy. I still have to eat at the little restaurant by the lights, but I'm afraid to have such a heavy meal before a long drive. This is going to be played up and down. Sim is going to race in here. Sim is going to get there first. Sim spinning around. Sim backhand around behind the net. That one doesn't work. Pizzetta coming in with a hit, and Chicago going to cycle this puck around. It's going to be knocked down. Marley's in the slot with a shot. Pizzetta with a chance. Marley's picking this one up, still trying to come. Mark, how's it going? Wall now has a chance to win the cup. Could you imagine if Philly goes for a playoff run next year? Stop Weber's. Weber's not as good as it used to be. Still good, though. Here's a little pass, a tip right on. We actually have a video. We have a live stream from Weber's. Maybe even a video from Weber's on the channel. Yeah, Weber's is a must-stop, too. Hey, Newsy. Listen, I'm mixed feelings. I mean, I like Joseph Wall, but Toronto has a lot of goaltenders, and they needed to figure out something. Hildeby will kind of come up and take his spot. This coming around down at the side. Marlies panning on the pass attempt. Puck rolls to the red line. Chicago going to bring it right back in. Under 11 minutes to go now. Villeneuve with it. Villeneuve going to try and bring this one across. Kevin, we are on YouTube as well. This across. Marley's trying to pinch up in here. Used to love Weber's back in the 80s, 90s before their burgers shrunk. They shrunk a lot. They shrunk a lot. Good friends with Paul. Oh, Chris, that's cool. Marley's going to bring this one out, chipping it ahead. Chicago, a loose puck in their own zone. Looking along now. They're going to work it quickly, trying to get it into the Marley zone. Swing and a miss. Nylander going in the corner, trying to bring it around. Held in here. Chicago to the point. Fakes the shot. Nystrom walking right in. Chicago coming with a shot. That one is somehow caught by Aktiamov. How on earth did he see that one coming through? Yes, Thomas, we will have Blue Jays tomorrow night live here on the channel. Blue Jays live on the channel tomorrow night. I have not tried Theo's Pizza. We usually end up getting Godfather's Pizza, which I like their Panzerottis a lot. We tried New Orleans Pizza, which was pretty good. Do you think you'd be calling Toronto hockey team? No, Mark, it was always the dream, right? This is going to be played up. Nylander brings it to Hames over the line. A slash breaks the stick. And a penalty is going to be called. Slashing on the Wolves, and the Marlies with 9:56 to go are going to go to the power play with the man advantage. So Nylander is having some conversation with the referee. They're going to go to commercial break. Unbelievable. I think it's just the way the scheduling worked out this year, David. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's just the way it goes. Yeah, last year we spent some time. We went up to Taboo. We had a wonderful meal at Taboo. Enjoyed that resort. We went to Casino Rama and had a less than ideal meal there. But there certainly is some great spots. Some great spots. There's a little restaurant, and what the heck is the name of the town? We always call it Allergy Town. It's a running joke in our family because one of our family members, when passing through, started sneezing uncontrollably, and so we made a joke about they were allergic to the town, so we always call it Allergy Town. For the life of me, I can't even remember what the actual name of the town is. But there's a little restaurant there, a tiny little restaurant. I think it used to be an inn back in the day, but it was incredible. They had really good butter tarts. If I think of the name, I'll let you know. I didn't golf. I've golfed at Taboo in the past. I didn't when we were there last summer. Hang on one second. Thank you. All right, so we got it. Norland. Norland is the little town which we call Allergy Town. Norland. It has this great little restaurant there. It was incredible. Gru is going to send this one around. My goodness. Here's a long shot. That one's going to get blocked. Marlies on the power play, keeping this one down deep, down around in the corner, trying to cycle it across. And that's going to come out and all the way down. Marlies having a hustle back to pick it up. Sitting here, yeah, Norland, really, really good. Here come the Marlies on the move now. Over the line, going to chip this one in. Shaw, he was there, can't get it, comes around to the point, and another takedown. Interference is going to be called on the Marlies, and Lettieri is screaming. Lettieri is losing his mind here at the official, screaming at the official. And so that is going to negate the power play. It's going to go to 4-on-4, and Lettieri is still hot here. So the Chicago Wolf player ran into the back of the referee and fell down, and they called a penalty on Lettieri. The referee knocked the Chicago player down, and he called a penalty on the Marley player. That has got to be the most messed up thing I have ever seen. The Chicago player runs into the referee and falls, and they call interference on the Marley player. Here's a long pass coming across. DVJ, you're also in Muskoka. We got a lot of Muskoka people here. I love it. Pushing around at the corner. Rafai going to pick this one up. Rafai gets tripped up and taken down. Referee is watching it. 50 seconds to go. Chicago going to hold it in along the half-board area. Marley's trying to get it loose, trying to stick it away from Nystrom. It's Forberg in there. Fensmore comes in. Fensmore gets the stick up high. It's going to be flipped out. It's a race for it. Toronto going to pick this one up, driving towards the net. Oh, that goes down in the corner in a heap. No call there by the referee. 3 Chicago player digging on the Marley player. Gru takes it away. Gru strips it. He plays this one back to the point. Holy smokes. These referees are horrible right now. Playing this one back up. It's going to hop over the stick here of Mermis. He's got to race and take it down. I've never seen such a thing in my life where a player runs into an official, gets knocked down, and they call it. Yes, David, that's it. The Riverside Inn. The Riverside Inn in Norland. It is very good. It's small. if you don't mind eating outside, they got lots of tables outside, but inside they don't have a ton of seating. Here's a big blast, big stop, big block shot, and Toronto's going to clear. Chicago on the power play for 25 seconds. Mermis going to head off. Holy smokes. Yeah, David, I recommend it. This is going to be stopped, played up. Chicago getting it organized here. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Chicago to the point, 8 seconds. They're still working this one around. Marlies doing a good job. Here's a little shot in front. Rebound. They're going to clear. This comes all the way down. And Lettieri right out of the box. Cameron, what are you doing? Producer, go to the play. Why? Lettieri is literally going in for a breakaway, and they go to Henry Thrun going off the ice to the bench. What are these guys doing? Here's a hit in the corner. Chicago trying to work it through. Marlies, Benning, going to backhand this one up down the ice, racing. Marlies trying to knock it down. Nylander doing an excellent job. He's going to get it a little deeper. Chicago getting it out. Marlies waiting to dump it in. They do. Everybody tags up. 6:40 to go. 6:40 to go. This down around in the corner. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe for us as well. In the corner, Marlies digging free. Puck is going to come loose. Marlies still have it. Spinning around down low. Working in the corner. It's taken away. And this one a backhand by Legault. It's going to come out. Here come the Wolves. Wolves going to bring in this one up. Yeah, Morgan, depending on... Oh, puck is loose at the side of the net. Morgan, it's not for everybody. I think it's only the Toronto region. Everybody else is getting the Blue Jay game. Holy smokes. It's called a Chicago deep dive penalty. Mark, that's amazing. Holy smokes. Springer with a 2-run dinger. There you go, Georgie. There you go. Folks, we'll have the Blue Jays and Red Sox game tomorrow following tonight. So we'll have that tomorrow. 6:45 start time tomorrow. And then Thursday will be game number 4. Now, we will be late, as I mentioned. We have graduation, so we'll probably pick up the game around the second period. But we will keep you posted on timing. But we will be here. Off the draw. Marlies going to bring this one back. A little flip pass. All the way down. Lettieri racing in, trying to get there. No icing. He beats it out. Puts the man into the boards. Lettieri grabbing the puck, trying to freeze it. Shaw coming in to help out as well. Grew. He's digging around the corner. Can't really get it going. And it's turned over. Chicago, they're having some troubles. Under 6 minutes to go. Going to bring this one up. It's dumped in. Over at the side, the Marley defense ripping it around the boards. Over on the far side, Lettieri again coming up through the middle. Pass didn't work. Now Easton Cowan going to bring it up. Cowan driving towards the net. Cowan going behind. Easton Cowan still with it. Coming towards the middle, a little wrist shot. Loose puck. Swinging at it there, Lettieri. He couldn't put that one in. Quillen is there as well. Quillen and Lettieri in the corner working at it. Cowan was waiting for it to come free. Comes behind the net. Cowan swipes at it. Benning pinches up to keep it in. Cowan goes cross ice. Here's Tvorberg. Tvorberg. He's going to give it to the point. Run back to Tvorberg. He lets it go. Comes all the way around. Chicago going to pick it up. Less than 5 to go. Here's Thrun. Hits the red line, and he's going to backhand this one in. They don't get it deep. Chicago hanging on to it. This pass comes all the way down. No icing. Shots are 5-5 in this period. 27-22 total. And now we got an injured Maple Leaf player, Henry Thrun. He got hit hard, and everybody's going to come together. Now motions are boiling over. Pavelchev is really kind of getting his fist up in everybody's face. Henry Thrun got rocked, and we're going to get some penalties here. And Pezzetta's giving it to Pavelchev now. Those guys are screaming. Pezzetta's really going to Pavelchev. Pavelchev is being escorted to the box, so he's not going to be able to drop them. He's not going to be able to drop them, but oh boy, things are heating up here. Things are heating up. And it looks like there will be a Marley power play when they return. Holy smokes. Absolutely wild. Good playing, good hitting. Love it. So we are moving, they are moving. Everything is looking golden. And my chat is like frozen here. Let's see if we can get this fixed up. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the chat here. Maybe it's just catching up. Anyways, Marlies, good game for sure. Good game. These guys are really going at each other, and in the physicality, picking up in a big way. And we don't want to see that. We don't want to see anybody getting hurt. We like the banging and crashing. We like them going at each other, but holy smokes, we do not want to see anybody get injured, because that would just not be not be a good thing, for crying out loud. Just working it. All right, they are coming back. Thrun went in the corner. Pavlchev comes over, and it's a headshot. He gets the shoulder right into the head, and Henry Thrun is going to leave. He's looking dazed and confused. So he's going to make his way out. This is a headshot, and Pavlchev is going to be thrown out of this game. Now, he is a big guy, 6'7". He is an absolute monster, and I'm happy he didn't hit him from behind, but he actually came around to the side and hit him in the head. So I don't know if that is I don't know what's worse for wear at that point. So he is going to be issued a 5-minute major. Hey, Sam, have you been interviewed for No, Mark, not yet. Nobody's come calling. So they are having a conversation, and it makes you wonder, a 5-minute major for hitting to the head. Is there going to be a suspension that follows? Will there be a suspension that follows? And you hope that Henry Thrun is okay. And Thrun isn't a small guy. He's 6'2" on his own. Right? He's 6'2". But Pavlchev, 6'7", 200 pounds. When he hits you in the head, you feel it. Monty, yeah, I think it was okay. I think it's the right thing to do. Hildeby will come up and be your backup goaltender or your split squad goaltender. Trainer having a conversation here with the coach, or with the staff, about Thrun, making sure he's okay. Skylar Brindamore against Logan Shaw to take the face off. Everyone's playing for a job next year, but who will be moving up to the big club? That is the big question. That is the big question. So off the draw, Marlies going to win it back. They have a 5-minute power play. There's only 4.5 left to go. Marlies are 0 for 3 today. So they will be on the power play for the rest of the game. With a 5-minute major, you can score as many times as you want. It doesn't matter. So Chicago will be shorthanded here for the rest of the game, barring a shorthanded goal to force overtime. Ever pit stop at Coldwater for eating? No, I have not, David. I have not. BD Gaines, I would love to have a conversation with them. I agree with you. Let them know. You guys should be tagging everybody saying, check this guy out. Check this guy out. You guys need to talk to Sam. You guys should tag everybody. Let them know about me. Help spread the word. I need the time. 4:20 left to go. Villeneuve going to play this one up. Pinch in the corner. Shaw going to send it over around. Lettieri plays it back to the point. Marlies just continue to cycle it around the perimeter. Grew tried to shove it to the front. That's knocked down. Shaw goes in the corner. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Marlies going to hold it in. Playing it to the high slot. No shot yet. They're dragging it around. Back up to the point. Cross ice. Trying to put it through. That one got through, but Grew couldn't settle it down. Pushed over to the side. This coming back to the point. Villeneuve playing it down, 3:42 to go. Marlies continue to pass it around. Here's a long shot. It's deflected to the corner. Going in here after it. No shot yet. Trying to work it down. Megan, neither do I, but it doesn't stop anybody from doing it. This is going to bring it across. On the move. Here comes Cowan. Cowan over the line. Here's a shot. Being knocked down, playing it around. This is going to be played up. And I didn't mean go into their chat. I just meant send them messages. Tag them on X. Leave comments for them. You know what to do. Jays pull out the W. Jays get the W. That's sweet. Let's see if they can do it tomorrow when we're streaming. Let's see if they can do it when we're streaming tomorrow. 3:03 to go. Off the draw, this is going to come back. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining us, thanks for being here. Marlies are up 1-0 on a goal by Easton Cowan. Chicago shorthanded, bringing it into the Marlies zone. Coming around, hanging on to this one. Phillip, nice little dangle at the blue line. Bringing it across. Chicago is threatening. Marlies are scrambling, diving across. Chicago in front. Akiyama finding it and holding on to it. In trouble. Nice little move there. Holy smokes. Vaughn, it's a power play for the Marlies. Chicago took a 5-minute major for hitting to the head. So the Marlies on the power play, but Chicago, a good shift here, shorthanded. Nice. Coolest. That's awesome. Right. It's all in my hands, gumdrop. Villeneuve going to pick this one up off the draw. 2:35 to go. 2:35 to go. Third period. They're on the power play for the rest of this period, and Villeneuve just sitting behind the net. He's going to look to move forward. He's being watched closely. Now he's flushed out from behind the net. Here's a long outlet pass. Marlies breaking in, turning around. Marlies bring it right back out. 2:10 to go. All the way back. Danford bringing it around. Pare back to Danford. Danford using his goal as a shield. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Danford going to come free. Danford taking it. Going to flip it over to Shaw. Shaw over the line. Shaw coming in. Takes a big whack. Shaw spinning around. Playing this one up top. It's going to hop out. And Marshall Rafai is going to back this one up. 1:40 to go. Third period action. A blind pass. In Chicago, Robidaugh going to play this one in. Marlies getting it out through the neutral zone. Lettieri trying to hit Shaw. That one didn't work. This coming around. 1:25 to go. Shaw with a backhand. That one goes wide. Coming right in front, and the Marlies didn't see it. Oh, my goodness. Primu's played well. Primu has played well. Both tenders have played well. This going to be flipped up. Rafai going to knock this one down. Giving it to Benning. Coming up. Toronto over the line into the zone. Chicago trying to take it away. Big hit there by Grew, and the Marlies getting it deep. Last minute to play.
Last minute of play in this period.
This coming around. Chicago trying to get it into the Marlies zone. The Marlies playing keep away. This is going to be flipped down. Again, folks, we will be here tomorrow for the Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Thursday, we will be here for Game 4, but we will be late due to a graduation ceremony. We will probably miss the first period, but we will be here. It's an empty net for Chicago. 30 seconds to go. That makes it a 5-on-5 situation. 5-on-5. It's an empty net for Chicago. A long pass up. They trip. This coming all the way down, and Toronto is going to touch up, and it's an icing call. So that's going to force Primu back to the net. 17.3 seconds to go. Rick has got the towel waving. Holy smokes. So there's some confusion on the ice here. So it is going to be a face-off at center ice. And so timeout is going to be called. Timeout. So it is going to be a face-off, and what they're saying is they were shorthanded, even though they pulled their goalie. It was 5-on-5. It shouldn't have been an icing call, I think. So that's why they're going to do it at center ice. Yeah, David, possibly if the schedule works out, we'd love to do one. That guy took that 5-minute major, just cost the whole series. Yeah, pretty much, Courtney. Pretty much. So they will play back-to-back nights, Thursday and Friday. So the Marlies just having a little word here. Probably just saying, control your emotions. Don't get into anything stupid. Play your game. Marlies and Chicago both have played excellent here tonight. Goalie guy, that would be nice. KM, it's the end of an era. Off the draw, Lettieri going to shovel this one in. 15 seconds to go. Chicago, last effort. Long pass all the way down. Marley's going to pick it up. 5 seconds to go. Big scrum on the corner in the sideboards. Comes to the point. And the shot is going to go out. And it's game over. The Marlies take a 3-0 stranglehold. And we got a whole bunch of rough stuff. Grew is jumped from behind. Suzuki, everybody's in here. We got a brawl at the whistle. Bending grabs his man, pulls him down. Grew is giving shots. Lettieri has somebody. We got buckets off. Mermis is down. Lettieri has a chokehold. He's got his arm around his man. The officials are trying to separate everybody. Nadeau is in there. Valimaki is in there. Shaw's tied up. Grew is still giving shots to the guy. And Valimaki now comes at Lettieri, and Lettieri puts him in a front headlock. So he's going to tie him up as Valimaki is trying to mess it up and send a message. 3-0 series lead for the Marlies. A phenomenal job, a shutout for Artur Akhtiamov. Absolutely amazing. And the Toronto Marlies get a standing ovation from the home crowd. What a finish this was. What a game. Your goal scorer, Easton Cowan from Mermis and Lettieri. Now the question is, who is the first star tonight? Is it Easton Cowan or is it Akhtiamov? You know, those are going to be two. I assume the other star of the game will probably be Primu for only giving up one goal. So going to be Primu, Cowan, and Akhtiamov. Are those going to be the 3 stars? Let's stick around and see. Very happy birthday to Lala, getting a Marley win for her birthday. Happy, happy birthday. Thank you, Jordan. Crowd is going wild as the Marlies lift their sticks and salute. This crowd of, I don't know, what does it hold? 7,000, 8,000 on their feet. Coca-Cola Coliseum is jumping. They're going to make their way off. Let's see who the 3 stars of tonight's game are before we wrap up. What a game. 1 away, Rick. 1 away. Will they win it at home on Thursday? The first Calder Cup they won was just a few years back. Let's see if they could do it again. Was it 2018, I believe it was? Let's see. Are they going to show us the 3 stars? There is Caden Primu, star number 3. We knew that. Easton Cowan, your 2nd star. So Primo is the 3rd star. Easton Cowan going to be star number 2, which means Artur Akhtiamov is going to be your star number 1 today. Very, very cool. Well deserved. Artur, let's see. There he is. Artur Akhtiamov, star number 1, getting the shutout. What a great job. Easton Cowan, the lone goal. 28 shots for the Marlies, 24 for Chicago. Chicago, we thought, might take this. They had a great first period, out shooting the Marlies 13-5. The Marlies exploded in the second period, 17-4. And then Chicago wins the third period, 7-6. Chicago goes 0 for 3 on the power play. Toronto goes 0 for 4. But, man, the Marlies got it done. Easton Cowan for Murmis and Lettieri. Great game for the Marlies. Cowan gave the stick to a kid. It's such a nice thing to do. 1 win away. And a Toronto team could be taking home a trophy in June. So good to see, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Again, tomorrow, Blue Jays baseball returns here on the channel. We look forward to seeing you 6:45 tomorrow for that one. And, of course, we'll see you later for the Marlies on Thursday. Thank you so much to all the moderators helping us out and supporting along the way. We appreciate you all for doing that very, very, very much. I want to take a quick thank you to the Super Chats, Rubbin' is Racing, Lala, and Douglas. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel tonight. Jordan, thank you for the gift as well. Have an amazing, amazing night. Let's go Marlies. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb12 Experience. Peace, love, and we'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody. Take care.